Hey y'all, welcome back to the Harbingers D&D campaign. Woo! We are so excited to be here with you all to continue the campaign and to just have a blast playing some D&D tonight, right y'all?
Absolutely.
Yes.
For
Every
sure.
time, every week, every Friday.
Yes, exactly. Unfortunately tonight, Merilla is unable to be here. Um, so we are going to continue on without her for tonight, unfortunately. But she is in our hearts forever and always. But she'll be back next week. Um, anyways, we are going to, with that, I don't think there's any other announcements. Do you guys have any other announcements? No?
Costa
Okay.
Rican.
Alrighty, without further ado, we will head straight into our recap.
All right. So last session was a bit calmer than the session before, where we have defeated the Jackalwares and we have made a deal with them. In exchange for them having a safe place to live, we now know the location of like their main base and where their queen bee is hiding. So for the night, we have gone over to the town that the Jackalwares have basically taken over, and we are spending the night there. Nuri has decided to try out some of her necromancy and has resurrected two of the Jackalwares that we had slain. But yeah, she has named them Frosty and Bingo. And Amaris has kind of given Nuri some crap about like, oh, now she has her own pet dogs, kind of thing. Um, um, yeah, Dusty and Douse had some time to take care of some of the sand manta ray thingies. And from what I understand, we will be riding those to our next location. So that is going to be fun. Um, but it had been a crazy night with Nuri asking Amaris some questions about what she saw in the afterlife place or the field that was in between life and death and her experience with that. And with that conversation, Nuri has been getting some more research points, which has been a very new development. So I guess we'll be finding out where that takes us next. Nuri had brought in her pets, her undead soldiers, into town, and Dusty was not very happy when he found out, and um, was talking to Nuri about it, saying that he himself was no different from these creatures that she had just, I wouldn't say resurrected, but I can't think of any other word.
Raised.
Raised. So there was that
Undeaded?
whole so there was that whole kerfuffle. Douse and Amaris both have tried basically sneaking into the house. Douse being somewhat successful, being able to crawl through about half the room before being spotted.
It was
Amaris, on
half
the
the
other
window.
hand,
Half the window. I did not get in.
half the window. Um, but yeah, he was spotted crawling across the floor and ended up taking his bedding outside for some odd reason. Amaris was not as successful on her stealth check, and the door creaked open very loudly as she was humming the Pink Panther theme. And yeah, she was very much spotted. Well, it's close to time for all of us heading off to bed, but Dusty, we have just found out Dusty's secret. That he is, in fact, not really human, but a warforge.
And even
And
then,
that is
only
where we left
Merilla
off.
knows.
And only Merilla knows this.
And Nuri.
And she's
And Nuri. Nuri does know.
Yeah, and the DM kind of knew. I mean,
Yeah, I knew.
she kind of knew.
Did Dane know?
Nope.
No.
no.
So only
But yeah.
Douse and Amaris are the ones in the dark about that. Well, and the rest of the world. Well, there's a handful.
There's a couple people here and there.
There's a
It's just-
handful.
Anyways,
I assume his
We won't name
creator
names.
knows.
Yeah, maybe.
It'd
Alrighty.
be very shocking if his creator didn't know.
No, just kidding. Alrighty. Well, with that, let's dive right back in. So I did get notes from Merilla that she does not want to sleep in the building with the undead. So she's actually going to go join Douse in the building he is in.
Oh man.
Why
But
are you
she's
guys
gonna
hating
fall-
on Frosty and Bingo? Come on.
they've got such cute names. They got such cute names.
But don't worry, Douse. She'll be in the opposite corner and she falls immediately asleep because she is an old woman.
Because she might or might have not walked in on me watering my bracelet.
We're gonna say she didn't.
Okay.
Just for the sake of she's not here to react. So
You want
I
to do
know.
a high or low for that?
I mean, she's not here, so we'll
It's gonna automatically be a fail because
yeah, it's
she's
gonna
not here.
automatically be a fail, but that would be fun to do a high or low.
I know. Come on, Amar.
We need to
Not
start
Merilla.
a high or low tally. Who wants to do the tally of how many times we do a high or low?
Listen.
Nuri.
Oh,
All right,
well, I'm
Sierra, you're in
obligated.
charge.
Just something to add to the little corner of her book.
I mean, I already have a tally of graves, creatures killed, days tracked in game, innocents killed. Wait, I said innocents killed. No.
You've been
Creatures,
tracking the
innocents.
days?
I have been.
Oh, thank you.
So how long
I
have we
might
known
be off-
each other?
About 10 days.
That's almost 2 weeks.
Almost. Week and a half.
Woohoo! What a fun week and a half it has been.
And already we're supposed to be trusting each other with our lives.
Well, we did almost die a couple times together, so I mean, we've shown that we're willing to defend each other's lives. So, I mean, that's something.
True.
It's like a regiment, a war buddy. You get used to being around them, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our love is forged in blood. That's really where our care for each other lies.
All right, let's
Or
open this
forged
up.
in blood.
I was gonna say, can a robot feel love?
Hey, you can ask him that if you want, but I mean, he'll tell you. I won't tell you anything. You gotta ask
I
Dustin.
can't. I don't know.
I don't know what happens then. That's the exciting thing.
Reviewing the D&D notes.
Okay,
You know? As one does.
we've been sidetracked for a little bit.
So Merilla left. What does Dusty do? And did
Yeah,
Amaris
well-
come in?
Depending, because
Okay.
Merilla was thinking of possibility of having a short conversation with him. So we're gonna say they stayed there for a while. Maybe they had a conversation a bit longer. We're gonna go back on that maybe. And then she goes. And Dusty, Merilla leaves. Is there anything you would like to do?
Well, Dusty at this point, like, has taken his wrappings off and taken his goggles off, and we left off in such a beautiful moment. He was just looking up at the stars, and it was very, very cinematic. I'm gonna be honest. But
Go back and watch that episode.
fantastic episode, please, please, fantastic. So Dusty, he's going to. He kind of sits there and thinks to himself for a little bit, and that's actually a fantastic question. Because you got to understand, this is one of the first times that Dusty has done something like this. I mean, the only other character we know that he's revealed his identity to is Nuri. So, high or low from the DM here?
High or low from me. Okay,
Yeah.
let's go high.
Okay. So Dusty stays out there for a little bit, thinking to himself, and then he kind of brings back up his bandages and he wraps himself up, but a little more hastily this time. He's not too worried about it. But then he will go back inside with Nuri and Amaris, and he's going to talk to them as well.
Did any of the Jackwares come out during this time?
No. They all seem to be avoiding you guys by staying inside their building.
I don't blame them.
They are thoroughly tired. Like 5 of them are at 1 HP or something.
Yeah,
so.
They're ready for a long rest. So, Dusty, are your bands sloppily put on because you put them hastily, or?
I guess he would just kind of put them on so that they would look relatively normal.
Okay.
If you look closely, it's pretty clear that they have been moved, but which is not normal. Okay. Usually they don't get moved, but after that, after he puts his bandages back on, then he'll head back inside. So maybe 5-10 minutes after Merilla leaves.
Nuri's really the only one who would take that much attention, I think, to where the bandages are light.
Yep. And then he'll come back in and talk to Nuri and Amaris next. I don't know if they want to do any role playing while Dusty is outside talking to Merilla before he comes back in. Because he is out there for a good 30 minutes.
Yeah, is there anything anyone wanted to do?
Douse is kind of done with the whole situation, so he's just going to go to bed.
All right. Good night. That works out perfect. Sierra, it looks like you were wanting to say something.
Nope, just getting ready for bed.
Getting ready for bed. Amaris, getting ready.
Yep.
Okay, all right. Dusty walks in.
Yeah.
Dusty walks in. I raise an eyebrow.
He just kind of nods towards you, and then he goes. I kind of picture in my head there's sets of bunk beds along the walls. I don't know why, but that's kind of what I've got an idea of. But he'll sit down across from Amaris, and he'll sit down and kind of look towards her with his arms kind of loosely in his hands cupped together as he sits. He just kind of looks towards her.
I'm giving Dusty the side eye.
High or low, Dusty?
We'll go with high. That's 2. We did 2. How long has it been? 5 minutes?
Okay, so Amaris is setting up her bedding and notices Dusty is looking at her. Is everything okay?
Yeah. Yeah, everything's okay. I was just wondering if we could clear some things up really fast.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so over the past couple of days, just over a week, almost two. There have been different times where I've asked you questions, or I've talked to you, or I've had private conversations with Nuri, and I'd like to explain some of those to you, where some of those questions were coming from. Yeah.
The questions that made her think that you were that about Nuri being super married.
Out of game. Well, you see, Nuri and I. No. That's not what he says. Okay. So he says, I'd like to clear up some of the questions and conversations I've had with Nuri.
Amaris sits and listens.
So you may recall I asked you about Thea, and you replied that she was also your cousin, I believe you said. You said Nuri's sister.
Yes.
Funny story, actually, about all that. So Thea is my, and he kind of like tilts his head to the side. He says, mother. She's my mom.
So that means we're basically cousins too.
Yeah, I think it's like cousins once removed, I believe is the term, but yes. Yeah, we're cousins. But it's a little bit different than that. Just because of who I am. I noticed that while we were in combat, you saw where my bandages had been struck. And I'm sure you noted some things that were out of the ordinary with that.
Maybe a few.
So I figured I'd clear some things up. And he again, he kind of like drops his gaze from you, like tilts his head to the side. He seems like he thinks for a moment, and after a couple seconds, he like turns back and he says, "Yeah, I've got to clear some things up." So I'm not a elf or half elf like you might think, being part of the Leodon family, I suppose. And he kind of like cocks his head a little bit, and he's like, I wasn't exactly born. I was created. I'm not exactly it's easier if I just show you here. But and he like holds up his hand. He's like, but you have to steel yourself a little bit, because it is very out of the ordinary. So just be ready for anything. I mean literally anything.
Amaris nods.
Okay. And he reaches up and he takes his goggles off, which reveal his glowing green eyes with runes floating inside of them. And you can even see the metallic ring of where his bandages open up, and he takes off the rest of his bandages as well, revealing his metallic head. And he like, after doing this, he like looks back up towards Amaris and he says, I was created by a powerful artificer, one who was able to harness magical energy and turn it into this. And he kind of gestures towards himself. I grew up on the west side of the world. I eventually was moved to the desert, to try and keep me a secret from the rest of the world. Because being, well, this, I kind of have become a playing piece. I'm an alchemical, magical wonder of sorts, and people would like to inspect me and dissect how I was created. And that's why I have kept this a secret from you all up until now. I've already talked to Merilla. I plan to talk to Douse if he's still awake. But I need you to know about this. And I want you to know I'm showing you this because I trust you. I trust that you will keep this a secret as well. It is important that you do not tell anyone. And he kind of like finishes talking, and he just kind of stays there silent for a minute and looks at Amaris.
So Amaris just looks just a bit surprised, like just a smidgy. And she's just like, well, I did notice that during our fight with the Jackalwares that you weren't bleeding, so I had my theories on what you are, but this was not one of them. And I understand that you want to keep this a secret. Jesse, when we first met, I told you that you had a friend in me. I know how important this is to you, and I know that keeping this a secret will keep you safe. I won't tell anyone about this.
I appreciate that. Also, the conversations I've had with Nuri have been mostly about, well, this, and also about her sister, and also the connections and stuff. Yeah, whatever. That's why she was very flustered after our conversations. And he kind of like nods to himself. He says, well, if there's nothing else, I mean, if you've got no questions, feel free to ask. I know I don't usually open up quite as much as I am, but if there's anything that could help you to understand about me, I am open to tell you.
I will let you know.
He nods. And he says, well, I ought to go check on Douse, see if he's awake. See if he's okay too. He seemed a little bit frustrated. That's the way to put it, I suppose. And he begins wrapping his bandages back on.
Continuously unwrapping and rewrapping and unwrapping and rewrapping. It's like a present.
Yeah.
Keeps
the
on
gift
giving.
that just keeps giving, yeah.
Alrighty. Anything else for the night?
Well, Dusty will check on Douse, but seeing that he's asleep, he won't bother him.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm just in the side of the room after taking care of everything, just kind of like turned away from Merilla, who's on the other side of that place. Like, he's not wanting any. He needs to sort out his thoughts, and so he's gone to sleep on it.
Dusty will return back to the building with Nuri and Amaris then.
Okay.
And he'll just instead of going and crawling into his bed like he normally does, he actually like sets down the bedroll and then just sits on top of it and like holds his arms at his side. At least for a little while, and then eventually he does go to bed. But he thinks for a good little bit.
Okay.
I will just
Alrighty.
add, I do set an alarm, and
Yes.
I have Frosty and Bingo hiding as best as they can in a house, and I will like stay awake for like 2 hours, sleep for 4 because I only need 4, and then stay awake for another 2 hours as a guard. I don't trust these jackals.
Make a perception check.
Okay. Should I use? I will try to trust the online gods of dice.
Big mistake there.
It was a big mistake. That's an 11.
11. Oh, you all die. No, just kidding.
Never
Campaign
rolling online
over.
again.
No, the shadows kind of flicker a little bit. At least in your mind's eye, it seems like they do. As you're watching the night. They seem to flicker a little bit in
Like
the
flicker, flicker, or
like
like
in the lamplight kind of a thing.
uh-huh.
But with make a wisdom save for me.
Why does no one else take watch? Why only me? Okay.
Technically, Dusty's in his thoughts. He's not asleep.
Yeah. Technically, yeah.
12. I'm gonna stop rolling
12.
online now.
So 12. It almost seems like there was someone in the corner, like in the shadows, but when you like look over, there's no one there.
Oh my gosh. No.
The false Hydra's back.
From that moment on, Nuri is actually not gonna be sleeping, and she is actually quite on high alert. And if I see anyone moving that's like not who I know where people are, because I know where my undead friends are, I know where Amaris and Dusty are, I'm immediately gonna blast them with the strongest spell I have available.
Okay.
And I'm like that the rest of the night. So
you're
I
not
don't know when that
sleeping?
happened. Did that happen in the beginning?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not sleeping.
Okay, take a point of exhaustion.
If she does stay up for more than 4 hours, Dusty actually will get out of his bed, and which you may have thought he was asleep, but he wasn't.
But he now gets
and-
up.
Yeah, he'll actually like get up, and he'll rotate up in his bed, and he'll look over towards Nuri, and he'll say, "Is everything all right? You haven't gone to sleep." Oh, sorry, I don't think you've ever seen me do this. I don't actually need to sleep either. I don't need to eat or sleep. I haven't slept. I don't. Anyway, sorry. Is everything okay?
High or low?
Hi.
Okay. We mark that down. Okay, that's 3. If anyone's cared to know this session.
Mm.
I just thought I saw something. I'm okay. Yeah, it's okay. No worries, I got it. As I'm still, my eyes, you can tell, are moving from each dark, shadowy area And like I'm like staring hard at it, and then it moves to the next one, and like moves to the next one, like never actually looking at you. Always the shadows.
And there's a lot of shadows.
I'm just
It's like looking around, and he says, he's actually going to like check the corners as well, see like what she's looking for.
Yeah.
If there's like a person there or anything like that.
Make a perception check.
Okay. 16.
16. Okay. You kind of like look around. You don't see any sort of like figure in any of the like shadowy kind of corners or anything. You do see in like one corner, the one corner that she was kind of looking at the most in the beginning, there's a broom standing there, like a little coat rack.
Mm-hmm.
In the dark.
In the dark of the night, people will find her.
Dun dun.
Dusty kind of like nods his head, and he says, "If you want to sleep for a couple hours, I can watch things."
high or low.
Let's go with a low, the very rare Dusty low. I usually say high, but low this time.
Thank you for the offer, Dusty, but really you should get some rest. I know you say you don't have to sleep, but no matter what, you still have to rest. So go ahead and rest. Everything's completely under control. It's okay.
Okay, I will. And he like stands up from his bed, and he like walks over to. He's gonna try to see as many corners as he can of this room, and I guess he'd kind of like lean up against like the pole of his bed and kind of like cross his arms and look towards. So he's here. I'll put it. That makes it easier to describe. He's doing this. He's standing there
In the middle of the
he's
room.
Yeah, and he's kind of looking in this direction as he leans up against the wall. And he is going to stop moving. And he doesn't move
Forever.
from that point or talk. He's just completely motionless.
All right, you do so. And the rest of the night passes uneasily. Except for Douse. I mean, I guess it's uneasy for you with the thoughts coursing through your veins. Maybe Amaris. Mars can get some good sleep, some decent sleep.
He's in definitely a bit of a stressful sleep. Like, what do I do with these people?
What do I do with them? Okay. All right. Well, and the morning breaks. Dawn starts to fill through the cracks in the windows, and starts to usher in the next day. It's a little bit nippy outside, like a little chilly, but other than that, it's nice, cool day in the desert. Not cool, but not cool temperature-wise.
I mean, it can be cool in the very beginning of the morning before
Yeah.
it heats up and we all die.
Yeah,
It's cooler.
yeah, it's cooler in the morning. We'll put it at that.
Nice. After the morning comes, Dusty, you would actually, since you stayed up all night, I'm sure, you would see Dusty now. He like leans forward and like rolls his shoulders, and he seems to be moving again. He says, "You didn't sleep."
I like rub my eye a bit, like, a little sleep. Fine.
He just like shakes his head. He says, "You need to sleep." We'll get you some rest.
Amaris sits up in bed and is just like, "You didn't sleep?"
Dusty like shakes his head. Nope.
Well, I couldn't risk the Jackalwares seeing Frosty and Bingo. That would have been a disaster, guys. Like, come on.
He like nods his head.
Okay.
Didn't you set a perimeter alarm?
Yes.
Was that not enough?
No, they could have looked through some windows. Yeah. Yeah.
While it was dark in the
I'll
room.
go get some water. You guys need any? Yeah, I'm gonna walk outside.
Just walks out.
Just walks out.
Okay.
Douse is taking his morning shower
Ah,
behind the house.
behind the house. Okay, wonderful.
Unless they had like a drainage spot in the house, but
No, they don't,
tub,
unfortunately.
shower, bathroom, they don't.
Okay. Okay, so you head out, you take your morning shower, Douse. And with that, the morning watering as well.
Yes.
Um, she seems very relieved. Aren't you so happy to have that decanter of endless water?
Oh, I am so very happy to have this thing. I feel like Douse would have died if he didn't have it. Just saying.
Probably.
You're like, I just get all the water every day. You have a luxury that very few can afford of having a shower every day, every morning and night
In the desert.
in the desert. Oh gosh. Okay. Your bracelet seems content to get her morning watering. Okay, so Nuri, you went outside and your undead are still in the house. Okay. You do notice, actually, roll perception.
I'm gonna do it with my real dice this time. Huzzah. 16, slightly better.
Okay. You notice that the two Jackalwares across from you, so not the lead girl or any of the other ones you know, two of the guys, one of them kind of like looks up at you queerly and kind of like sniffs a little bit, like, and kind of like looks confused and a little upset. And then he kind of nudges his other buddy and he sniffs as well the air and kind of is like and kind of starts looking at you. And it seems like they caught hold of something as they make their way around.
I'm going to start backing up, like following them, like giving them a weird face. I'm like, what? Do I smell weird? Do I smell like I haven't showered?
Because you haven't.
Do I smell that bad? I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing as I'm like kind of walking down in front of them, like, I didn't realize I smelled so bad. I'm so sorry.
They just kind of like push past you as they seem to be
I'm
like following
mentioning
the scent.
I'm standing in front of the door now, just talking about how I smell so bad, and I promise if they'll just give me a minute, I'll change. I'm so sorry, like stuff like that. Try to just like
And they are 100% ignoring you and they are going to push you aside to get inside the door. Are you going to go against them?
um just a little bit like, hey, like, whoa, guys, don't touch me. If you want me to move, just ask politely. No hands, please. No hands. I'm married, okay? I'm gonna say
Super
that in my
married.
mind. I'm telling
Can you
Frosty
do
and
that with a
Bingo.
mental connection, or does it have to be actually verbal commands?
It's mentally. I can command them mentally if they're within
Okay.
60 feet. So mentally, I'm telling them to go out.
Eh,
We've established there is a window.
There is a window and a back door.
the window's over on the side here, and the back door's over here. But they just say move while you're thinking, and they start opening up.
So I have the undead at that moment go out the back. I want them to go out the back to like over here.
Okay, so
And
in the timeline of things, this back door is going to be closing right as the first guy is entering.
fine. And once they're out the door, they're gonna go to the side here, and they're gonna start burying themselves in the sand. And
Okay,
the
they're gonna
dead,
start.
I'm gonna just tell them to pretend to be dead.
Okay. So they start digging a hole and trying and being like,
I dead like don't make any noises. Just like
okay,
very,
well then
very
they can't
dead
dig if
body.
they want to be dead. Then they just go limp and just fall to the ground.
Yes, because like they're trying to bury themselves, just to, like and then be dead.
Okay. Also keep in mind these are mindless zombies. And they do have an extent of what they can do. So they're gonna like dig a very quick bare bit of sand and then just flop on the sand and just lie there. Because that's what
Yeah.
the zombies can do.
Yes.
They're not too intelligent. Well, Dusty, Amaris, you guys see two jackalwares come in. You well, first off, the two all of a sudden you're sitting in here, and the two dead jackalwares burst out of the cupboard they were in, still dressed in the tight tunic and slacks and the bonnet, and they run out the back door. And the door shuts right as two regular jackalwares come barging in, um, sniffing the air.
So Dusty, he's gonna like say as they come in, he says, "Oh, hey, how's it going? Is everything all right?"
They actually ignore you and they keep sniffing the room. They sniff the wardrobe and then their gaze turns to the back door and they go over to the back door.
So
After
Amaris is
Douse's sandwich or shower, because I imagine he's
At this
doing
point,
his
yeah,
own
you're
thing in
good.
this morning. Yeah, he would just be checking his stuff, make sure he has everything for like breakfast this morning and whatnot.
Mhm. Breakfast, yeah. Amaris?
so Amaris is close to the back door, and she's just going, and she's just like, I need to figure out how to word this. And she's just like, what? Do I really smell that bad? Jeez, I know we
They could be
like
siblings.
I know we thought we're past that already, but seriously, if you like you guys like the looks on your faces as you're sniffing there, that's just rude.
As you're in the
Okay?
middle of talking and they just push past you out the door.
I'm now standing around the corner, and I actually have my crossbow out, hidden just like behind my leg. Not to shoot, it's just in case.
Dusty's kind of gonna come out as well behind. He's just gonna come out of the door and he's like watching him. He sees Nuri over there. He like holds up a hand towards Nuri. He's
I'm just shaking my head, being like, bad news.
he like
Yeah,
nods.
Nuri. Who forgot that they had keen hearing and keen smell?
I had other things on my mind, okay?
I will
love-
say this was quicker than I expected, but I did expect them to find out eventually.
Yeah, well, they smelt it on her.
Yeah, I
And
should have
then-
gone outside.
And then they were like, wait. And they started following that scent. So, they see lying dead in the dirt two of their buddies dressed in like shorts, trousers, crop top tunics, and bonnets that are made out of dresses. And they growl. They are not happy.
Dusty like he looks over at them and then he like looks over at Nuri. And he just kind of like puts his head down. Shakes his head.
One of them like points at this and is looking at you, Dusty, and he goes. He like is like trying to say something, but the words are not coming out. He like as he's like pointing, and he's just like, and then he just, why, why did you not respect our rights to leave them? Why are you dressing them up like women? They're not your dolls. They are dead.
Dusty says, "Yeah, sorry, that was not my idea." And he just kind of like, he's like, "I would have liked to leave them in the desert," but he just kind of like, again, he shrugs. He's like, "I do apologize."
One of them kind of sniffs the air and kind of comes around, and he sees you, Nuri. He goes and he
I'm
points
looking
at
very
you.
innocent. I'm just like, what?
He points at you, and he's like, "You," and then he points at Dusty. "You have their sense on you. You were close to them. You guys were screwing around with them, dressing the." He's like, "Do you not understand that our culture is we leave them? Why are you doing this?"
At a game, he doesn't realize how bad it is. It's kind of hilarious. Oh, it's a lot worse than he thinks.
How'd
Anyways.
you get them back here? There's no dragging lines.
Did they look for that?
They can kind of like peer over there. It looks like they came out, like they shuffled out. Actually, he's gonna roll perception real quick. Where's my Jackalware card? It's right here. What's his perception? Plus advantage. Hey. He's gonna like be like that you didn't, and then he's gonna look at the ground, and he's gonna like see the shuffling path over. And then he's gonna look at you guys and your feet and the trail you made.
I'm
Just
gonna
gonna look at-
shuffle forwards a little bit, trying to copy the marks. Just be like me, like what?
And then he looks over. And then he looks at his buddy, and the buddy just like looks over and sniffs the bodies. And then he's gonna like poke them. They're still dead. Uh And he's like, and then he just kind of goes, like, mm. And he's like, this guy, he just looks at you, Nuri. And he goes, "You're sick, twisted." And he goes, "Let them be." And then he's just gonna like go over to his buddy, and they're just gonna like, and then they're gonna leave.
We did it, y'all. Best case scenario. We made it. Best case scenario. They find the corpses, don't know they're undead. Let's go. I mean, we don't know that, but guys, come on, we did it. We did it.
I'm going to move so I can see, like, over here, just like have walk backwards so I can see the group, because I have the feat where I can read lips if they're speaking in a language I can understand.
But
And
that's
just,
also
like,
if you can see their lips.
see them. I'm looking at the other people, not necessarily.
Mhm.
I can see the other people
Well,
if they
also,
respond.
only one of them has like human lips right now. The rest are in like jackal wear. Like
That's okay. She's the leader, so it only really matters what she says, right?
okay, so you're only getting it from her perspective. You can get
Mhm.
what? You can get a why, when, where, how, what again? Um you can get like you can just like see her kind of like go no like an oh shoot um and then you kind of like just like this dark shadow over all of them as they're all just like the freak like and then you just see like her lips she goes that's demented who in their right mind would do something like that to someone. And then you hear, or not hear, but you read with the lips, just, well, leave them to the desert. Their souls are no longer here. And then just, but you better not disrespect them anymore. And that kind of ends that conversation.
Douse would probably come out and try offering them some breakfast, trying to be peaceful.
You come
You
out. Hey,
don't-
are y'all hungry?
I have enough for. I have some biscuits. I can make an apple pie. You guys hungry at all? What's going on?
Flux and Naira, Flux and Naira will accept the biscuits. And they'll just
Okay,
be
I'll share
like,
the.
your friend is one weird person.
Very much. I honestly don't know what to do with them half the time. I don't know how long I'm going to be staying with this group.
And then they're gonna be like, Flux is gonna lean over to you. He's gonna be like, pray you don't die around them. They might cross-dress you.
Oh, how much she didn't. I
You're only wearing
I'm
bonnets.
I'm going to be honest. I was aware of this last night that she did some cross dressing with them. I have no idea what to do with her. I don't know what to do about this. I am so terribly sorry.
And the girl, Naira, she's like, it's not so much about the cross-dressing, it's the more of putting clothes on them when they're dead. When they like and just dragging them all the way there. It's like she's playing with them like dolls.
Okay, I'm gonna have Nuri give me this high or low on whether Douse puts it together that they don't understand that these people are undead, or made the connection that they haven't found out that they're undead or not. High or low, Nuri?
High.
Okay, if it's high, then he makes the connection. That is an 11. He barely
Okay. He makes the connection.
Yes. She doesn't understand how to. Look, different cultures have different ways of honoring the dead and respecting everything. I don't understand where this disconnect for her comes from. But I was very upset with her having and dressing up the bodies. He's not trying to lie, but he's deliberately avoiding saying that they are undead or dead or anything like that.
Are you standing where you actually are, Douse?
He's probably up with them.
Well, they
Because
actually probably are over with you because they went to get the biscuits, so they're probably like
Okay.
right here.
So I can
We're-
probably see Douse's mouth then. So I'm
Yeah.
able to hear this. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm still hearing the silent conversation.
You can only see his side.
Yeah, I'll said that's fine.
I will do what I can to make sure she doesn't disrespect or dishonor your dad any more than she already has.
We would appreciate that.
Yes.
But other than that, we're just gonna leave. We're just gonna dip.
I don't blame you at all.
Thanks.
I wish you better times in the future than your time you spent with us.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
He'll pull out some of his rabbit jerky as well, like on the house, please.
Okay, they accept a strip. Actually, no, they'll accept whatever you give them.
I give each of them a strip, so.
Okay.
And
So
it restores
Flux and
1
Naira.
HP, I think. Oh, 1d4 HP if they eat it.
Okay, awesome. Alrighty, and the rest of the group of Jack-O-Wares just kind of get together over here. And they're gonna be like, all right, we're gonna go. Bye.
Travel safe. Do you guys need some water before you head out? I have these 2 mini kegs you can fill up and take with you.
Mona does accept the kegs if you're willing to give them.
Oh, for sure. I have my unlimited stuff. I don't need them anymore.
Okay. All right, well, they take the kegs and they head on out. She morphs back into a Jack-O-Ware and they actually go on all fours, kind of booking it. They're gonna go a certain extent as Jack-O-Wares and then they'll shift back.
And so Dusty's gonna go up to Nuri.
Douse will
I'm
be
gonna
going
put
up
my
to Nuri
weapon
as
back.
well.
I'm like just casually pulling my thing apart, putting the bolt back like nothing happened.
Do I see Nuri at all?
Yeah,
She could
you
see
can.
you.
I'm not hiding.
Yeah, you
she
can
could
see
I
her.
would go up to her as well. And just, where are they? Are they in the house?
They're fine.
Where are they?
They're in the back.
Just around the house?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow him. Suspiciously.
Dusty, are you doing anything?
Yeah, he's just gonna kind of walk with them. He's just sticking around with them.
I'm going to attempt to decapitate them.
Nuri will immediately try and stop you.
knowing that they are undead.
Dusty's gonna watch and intercept them if this gets violent between the two players. If they start like attacking each other. If the undead gets hurt, that's fine. But if either of them get hurt, then he'll step in.
I'm gonna just try and stop him. How are you gonna try and decapitate them? You're just like pulling out a sword?
I don't have a weapon. I am going to try to punch their heads off.
I'm gonna just
Or I guess
grab your
smash.
arms and I'm gonna be like, Douse, stop! I'm gonna try and stop you if I can.
Contested dexterity checks. Not a saving throw, just a check.
Okay. $19.
Douse.
Don't touch my undead. Just kidding.
So you are kind of like in this moment of passion, Douse. So you're not thinking as clearly as you want to. Then when you just try to go to decapitate them, and Nuri just like stops you, by like knocking your hand out of the way.
I'm gonna have the undead stand up.
They do so.
Start brushing themselves off.
They do. Still wearing their bonnets.
You need to get rid of these.
And put my hands on my hips. Why?
Do you understand what you have done to these people?
To Frosty and Bingo?
No, to the people who the jack wears.
Well, had a very big misunderstanding, which I almost corrected. I was very close to correcting, but thought better about it.
How deeply do you care about Dane?
Extremely.
How would you feel if someone came up with her and had turned her into a zombie?
Well, the fact that she's not actually dead, I'd be very upset about that. Because that means they killed her to do that.
Which
Again.
we had killed their friends. And we had turned them
Yes.
into a zombie.
But they also have a very different view about them. They left them for the vultures.
Because
to be
that
eaten
is
by the
their
desert.
culture. That is how they honor the dead.
I'm just using
You-
them like the vultures would. It's the same thing.
You are not. You are disgracing their traditions. You are horribly insulting them by doing this.
Let me ask you something, Douse. How much do you care for Dane? Or were you just playing with her feelings?
I care very much for her.
Then who
What
would you
is-
like me to have raised from the dead so I can bring her back? These ones who they were going to just leave for the desert anyways? Or some humans back there that the Hydra killed and walk them through town? Who would be more upset?
I would rather you have not raised any of them.
If I don't
We
raise
have
something,
a-
I can't bring her back.
We have a lead already with the alchemist. Why do you need to go through all this? Why did you need... Look, maybe if it wasn't a friendly group, I wouldn't mind so much. But we had made peace with them. We had become, albeit very sketchy acquaintances. We were not. We had found a similar level, and you had disrupted that.
I acknowledge I disrupted that.
I cannot stand by what you've done to them. I apologize if that sounds harsh for coming from my side, but I feel that you have greatly wronged these people. People that we were trying to be friends with. Or at least I was. I was hoping you would as well. And Douse would turn around and just walk off.
Nuri pulls out her pen and her notebook. And Dusty
Dust is
there.
gonna go into the manta ray stuff and start trying to figure out the how to straddle them, and whatnot.
Harnesses.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dusty would be able to see that Nuri's like gripping her quill. Like her knuckles are white, but her face has now become calm. And it's just like, okay, kind of like an acceptance, but her hand says kind of otherwise. And she's just gonna go to the other side of the barn, and Frosty and Bingo are gonna follow her. Let's see if they can.
They may do
you go.
so. Okay.
Dusty will go help with the harnesses.
Okay. You head on over.
I actually don't know which side of the house the harnesses are on.
I moved you over there. It's going to be right over here.
Okay.
That's where the kind of like shed area is. So you head in there and you can find like kind of hanging up on like wooden pegs that are poking out of the wall. There's like a whole wall just like covered in harnesses. And so you can grab one of the harnesses and you start bringing it out. And as you do so, one of the mantas, like, because they're all kind of like chilling in the sand, it's like really hard to like pick one of them out to like see them. But then you see one of them just kind of like its antennas kind of like poke up a little bit. And then you see like its tail kind of like slowly wag. And then it just kind of like rides over the sand towards you.
Okay.
Good.
I'd give it a little pet.
Hey, you
It
can
might be
pet it.
it might be good to let me harness them. You can help out though. I can give you a couple pointers. So you could do it later.
Yeah, for sure. Can you show me a little bit?
And he nods.
So, Dusty, you show Douse how to harness one of the mantas. So basically, now I gotta describe the harness. So the harness is basically this thick, like kind of hard leather, but like soft on the inside. It's like this thick strip that kind of curls over. So if this is like the fin of the manta ray, the leather curves on the front and then also curves over it. And there's two of those that go on the front of the manta ray on either flipper kind of a thing. And those strap in, kind of like bringing these cords around, and they come underneath and over top the manta. And it comes to a point where they all hook together. Well away from the tail, a fair distance away. And that's where you would hook and attach the sled.
After showing Douse how to do that, is there another harness? Does it take two to pull one of these sleds?
Well, the sleds look like they can house max 3 people. But there are harnesses for every single one of them except the baby.
Is there only one sled or how many sleds?
There are 3 sleds.
If we, let's see, quick maths, have 5 people, 2 sleds would work, but we might want to bring all 3 of them in the baby manta ray. Dusty's kind of thinking this out loud, by the way. It's like, maybe we should bring all 3. We could also leave one of them with the baby. Might be best to do that.
Mm-hmm.
We should also bring some food with us for them to make sure we have a water trough and everything like that to take care of them on our trip. Sounded like the base of operations was a good ways off. Yeah.
Dusty.
Yep.
I think I can't finish this quest with you guys.
Oh.
The thing with the zombies is very, it hits home. Let's say that. And so I'm debating on going into searching for the alchemist on my own, maybe meeting up with you guys there. But I might need some time.
Mm-hmm.
My thought process is I will maybe stick with you guys till the whatchamacallit, the camp,
The den?
the headquarters, the den. Still give you guys your water supply and whatnot up to that point, but maybe splitting off around there. Granted, it's a few days. Maybe I'll cool off and change my mind. But
yeah. Well, I can see why you'd be frustrated. Well, at least in part. That is a difficult thing to see. I don't really want to make any justifications for Nuri, so I won't. I personally don't think that what she did was right either. It goes against nature. I understand she's doing it for her research, her purposes, but I do see her feelings here. I'm not going to stop you if you decide to leave. But I do want you to know that I have appreciated your company and your assistance.
yeah, same. And I don't want to say that I'm leaving yet, because I mean, the rest of this group is good. We work well somewhat together. And this is not just for sure saying that I'm headed out. This is just, I bring it up because we are looking at, saddling up these mantas. And that might come into play with that.
Dusty nods. He says, well, if we take the three of them, you could have your own personal sled. Just in case.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
And I understand she's doing her best to help. I get that. But maybe if it just wasn't the people that we were trying to be friendly with. I mean, Flux seems like a really great guy. I enjoyed being supportive of them, but also we had feeling like being part of the group that had greatly wronged them makes me myself feel super guilty and super at fault, and I had just harmed a friend that I was potentially about to have.
Yeah. That did seem pretty harsh on them.
I mean, yeah, granted, I had just met the guy, but he didn't seem like a bad person.
No. He seemed to really care about his friends. And yeah, I could see that you two had something there.
Some
he at least
level
was
of
willing to spare you.
Yeah. All right.
Well, either way,
we should head out soon.
Yeah, let's settle these things up, and when we get there, we'll get there. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank you for telling me about this.
Well, you are the one who asked us to come, so I feel like you should know at least.
He nods. He says, all right, well, you get to set up the next one.
Oh, crap. I wasn't paying attention at all.
Don't worry, I'll help. I'll guide you through it. I just want you to learn how to do it. It's an important skill to have if you ever travel in the
It
desert
is
again.
definitely. I need to know this.
Yes. Now, here. And he like hands out the saddle for you. He like gives it to you.
Definitely puts it on backwards the first time.
Yeah, with some help. Yeah, I'm sure you'll make it. I'm sure you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Okay. Well, you guys managed to saddle all of the creatures. What you notice is that whenever you grab out like a certain piece of tack, um, the mantas will go specifically to those tacks, like they have their own tack that is fitted to them. So yeah, so don't mix them up. No, just kidding.
Also, Dusty will make sure they each get some food as a treat.
And water.
And some water as well before we leave. Also, if we take all three, we'll need to take the baby too.
Oh, of course. Maybe I'll finish the mission with you guys and then head out. We'll see. Because I do
Alrighty.
worry about these guys having enough water.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, you get them all saddled up, and it looks like one of them kind of like, and you manage to attach the sleds to the back. And now keep in mind, each sled can hold 3 people. And if you're carrying any supplies, those would have to go in either a bag of holding or on one of the sleds. And there is like a fence gate that you can open up. And Dusty, you would know that there's also like with them, there is this long sticks, this like section of like these long curled sticks that almost like a whip, but not. It's a lot softer. There's like this fuzzy little like cotton ball on the end of it. Um, and basically you know that these are what you use to like steer the whereas the little girl from before didn't have one, but that's because she was guiding it in front by like standing and like guiding it. Um, for you guys, you know that if you were riding them as a sled, or Dusty, you would know this, you would have to use this, and you just kind of like will rub on the side that you want to turn. And it's like very flexible, so you don't need to whip them, but it's like you just like bring it down, and the soft, like little gentle cotton ball will like guide them which direction they need to go.
Very cool.
Yeah. So
Fantastic.
I would say, Dusty, you know how to drive one of these. Everyone else, no idea.
Yeah, we'll need to teach him a little bit before we go, because I'm not going to be the only one piloting one of these things.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. Well, after saddling up the mantas, Dusty's gonna kind of go and gather people together and like, okay, we're ready to go. Probably should get going. And he's going to teach a couple people, well, try to teach a couple people how to steer one of these things.
Who are you teaching?
Let's do. Yes, he could do a sort of group session where he teaches all of them, technically. He's like, all right. He brings everyone together. He's like, this is how you do it. And he's going to kind of show them and point out little things and have people take turns as he like shows them what they're doing right and what they're doing wrong. And he's going to do his best to try and explain all this to everyone with a 0 charisma. So, you ever
Douse will
had,
pay very much
yeah.
attention to all of them except for Nuri's.
Yes. if you've ever had an uncharismatic teacher, you know what it's like to be taught by Dusty. Very bland and boring.
They're like, so this is the cotton
This is the cotton.
ball.
You want to you turn this way on either end. You want to make sure it's you don't need to hit them, just a little bit. It should be fine. And so it's a little bit of draining, but you get what you get out of it.
Okay,
If you'd like, I could make like a performance check.
Yeah, Dusty, I want you to make a charisma check. Okay, first.
All right.
And then I want all of you guys to make
It's a 17.
Yeah, that's a 17. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I want the rest of you guys to make oh gosh, what is it? Let's make a wisdom check. Wisdom or intelligence? Yeah, wisdom. We're gonna go with wisdom check. Dane, your face.
Animal handling? Question mark.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's do animal handling instead. So everyone roll again for animal handling.
Oh, I get to reroll this? Thank heavens. Because that was a 2 naturally.
Oh,
I'm sad I had to re-roll. Mine was so good, and now it's terrible.
Oh no.
I actually
The
did better
6.
than I thought I did.
18 with a
11.
-1 on Amaris.
Dang.
Wow.
Amaris really paid attention, Dusty. She was really into it. Oh no, Nuri got a 6. Douse got an 11. Okay.
Do you want to
Nuri,
roll for Merilla? Yeah.
sure. Actually, I've got her character sheet, so I can do that.
Okay. Just for when she gets back.
Yes, we'll do her animal handling.
Holy!
Holy crud.
We
She
found
got a
out who's
21.
piloting one of them.
Merilla, she really understood your directions. But for the sake of this, we're gonna for the sake of this, we're gonna put her on the sideline. She's kind of old. She's tired. She's gonna nap for a good chunk of it. Nuri, it's still confusing. You're like, where does the cotton go? How hard do we hit? Like, it's a little confusing, and it's also like you're like taking notes, but Dusty's just really like being bland and boring with his instruction. It's a little tricky.
Just kind of monotoned.
Monotone. He's monotone the entire time. So you're gonna do this and do that. And then Douse, you get about like you get the important stuff. You know, you're like, okay, but this may not mean that you're very good at it. But you get the important stuff. And Amaris, you got it. 100%. Queen.
Nice.
Alrighty. How is everything being run?
Well,
They can fit
So-
3 on a sled.
3 on a sled. We take 2. We can have all the people see, but there are. If we want to take all 3, just in case, Douse may or may not decide to just leave. Give or take. And the baby's gonna follow one of them. Is that how that works?
You see that the baby kind of like is sliding around its mother in the sand, and the mother just like kind of like scoops sand on top of its flipper, and the baby slides up onto its flipper, and then she kind of like shakes it loose, and it seems like the baby's gonna ride on the flipper.
Cool. All right, that makes things a lot easier.
Yeah, you'll be good.
So Dusty, after finishing his lectures, he says, You all did great. I'm sure we'll be able to get there safely. But we do need to pilot 3 of these things. So
I wouldn't mind the practice. I could take one of them.
yeah, sounds like a plan. Then I can man one of them, and any other takers?
I can't.
Nuri. Oh, never mind.
She raises. Okay. All right.
Nuri will input. Is anyone willing to ride with Bingo?
Dusty says, "Sure, sure. You can put him in my sled."
Both of them?
Yeah, I mean, there's enough space. There's about three spots, one for the person driving, and then 3 behind, or 2 behind. Yeah, 3 including the piloter. All right. Well, if we have no other questions, anyone have any questions? We'll need to stop and we'll feed them every now and again. We should make sure we have at least some space for their food. Got the water. So and Dusty's kind of like looking between the party, and he's like, Marilla's asleep.
Yeah.
Douse and Nuri are not talking to each other. They're like on opposite sides.
Wait,
And then-
so the 3 drivers, it's Amaris, Douse, and Dusty.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Okay,
taking
so-
the 2 zombies. And
Amaris has both Nuri and Merilla.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I guess Dane will have like the slots that are open with food in it.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool,
So
cool,
I'm just
cool.
writing down real quick the mantas. Okay. Okay. Alrighty, and you guys are going where?
Well, the direction that the Jackawares had given us, we're gonna do our best to follow the instructions they gave. I suppose Dusty will be leading everyone.
Douse will occasionally, as he's going, his cart like slowly goes off to the side. He's like, turn. Kind of struggling with it.
If throughout the trip Dusty notes that anyone's struggling, he will like make an attempt to help them and be like, this is how you want to do it, and point it out to him.
Okay, so you guys are driving.
Yep. Let's
Okay.
get on the sand. On the sand.
You're finally going somewhere.
We're moving.
You're finally leaving.
We did it.
Okay. Finally. Okay, perfect. So you guys start driving, or not driving, but sledding in a sense. As you start going down, the morning breeze is still like rushing over you. So you guys actually have like a really nice like wind kind of rushing past that's cooling you down from the heat that is starting to pick up as it is getting, the day is wearing on. You're in the desert, the heat is building. And you guys start traveling in open desert. Okay. Me move you guys to the desert. Yup. Okay. Alrighty.
I think on the way, Amaris is going to turn to Nuri and just be like, "So what were you and Douse talking about?"
How much did you hear?
Well, I heard that he was unhappy the with the whole necromancy thing. But that's pretty much it. Like I know you're trying to do the right thing.
Oh. Well, you must know this is exactly how it went down. I pull out my notebook. Douse is angry with me for disrupting the connection we had made with the Jackalways. With my undead stunt, he compared it to someone making Dane an undead.
Um, at that, Amaris tenses a little.
Noticing that, I will look further into my notebook with the notes I have taken on this. He asked if I cared for her, and side eye. In my anger, I asked if he was just playing around with Dane's feelings. I may or may not have asked who was better to raise, the Jockawares or the townfolk, to get research. And he came back with that we had the alchemist, and so I didn't have to do the research, and he wanted to dispose of the undead, which I stopped him from doing.
Okay, that part I did see. Guess my question then becomes, who would have done it if the alchemist didn't exist?
Nuri, you can see on her face, she has kind of just been like, her shoulders kind of slumped, staring at her book, kind of a little embarrassed. But when you say that, she like literally goes like this. She's like, Amaris? You have been shocking me lately with how wise you are.
I'm sorry, out of game. I find that funny because Amaris's wisdom is not high at all. She's gonna be like, I'm just saying, we didn't even know about this alchemist until what, 3 days ago? You have been working so hard to find out any information that you can to bring your son back. And I support you 100%. So say the alchemist doesn't exist or isn't willing to help us. Where would we be at? If you had not been doing these studies and the rumors of this alchemist are false, where would we be?
So you're not mad with me?
Of course I'm not mad at you. Like the whole necromancy thing, yes, it weirds me out a bit, but I'm not mad. You are doing what you can to figure out how to bring back those who are in these comas. And if you figure this out, then you can help so many more people, not just your family, not just bringing Dane back. Who knows who else has loved ones that are stuck like this? You can help them all.
Amaris, you have shocked me to my core. In a good way. In a very good way. Thank you, Amaris. Really, I was really starting to think that well, it doesn't matter what I was starting to think because you changed that. So thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna just give you a hug because you're driving, so it's like a side awkward hug. And I'm just gonna be
Amaris,
quiet.
Amaris can't hug back because she's driving, but she just kind of like leans her head on your shoulder as like that's the best she can do right now for a hug. Um, and she's gonna say, I'm here for you. You have been there for me as I have struggled this whole time. Now it's my turn to pay you back.
She just gives you a tighter hug, and she's not saying anything, but on your shoulder you can feel like it's starting to get a little wet.
She's drooling.
I fell asleep. That's really what happened. I'm just kidding.
And Dusty, as you're driving, you just hear various and
Yeah.
And
Poor
Douse,
Dusty.
you're going in comfortable silence, and you have the one that does have the baby as well.
Wonderful.
Yeah. New life. And as you guys are traveling, right, and the sand's kind of like just flying past you guys, um, the sled kind of is like shaking as you're like going, not like violently or anything, but like a gentle kind of like vibration from the sand that it's passing over. Um, but all of a sudden it jostles a little bit. Um, and you actually feel the mantas begin to kind of like slow down. They kind of get out of their alignment with each other. Um, you guys are kind of a little more like scattered. Douse, yours is kind of going a little further off from the main ones.
Just because I can't control it that well.
You're like, I'm just staying on. Um, um, as they're kind of like, they kind of got shaken from that. And then they continue going forward, and they all line back up again. After about like 10 minutes, they all line back up.
Is there like anything on the horizon, or can I like take a quick look around?
Lots of hills and hills of sand.
Has it been very long since we started from the town?
Yeah. I'll
Okay.
say it's been about 2 hours.
About 2 hours.
Mhm.
Might be a good time to give the mantas a rest. As people have like come to a stop and we all like line up, Dusty calls out. He says, "It might be good for us to give them a rest for a moment." Anyone see what that was?
I'm gonna look behind us,
Nothing.
wiping my face.
You see endless waves of sand.
Let's see if we can find a shady spot or something. Maybe a rock.
Dusty kind of shrugs.
Douse, you're trying to
Or we could.
remember. How do you slow them down?
I
How do
think
you
it's a.
stop?
Oh, they're going faster.
They start going faster.
Uh, yeah.
Dusty.
Dusty's like, hold on, and he like is trying to get up next to him, so he could like point at what he's doing wrong and try to help him.
I tried whipping.
Yep, that doesn't work. Nope, that does
No.
not work. Gentle. You can't do that way.
You know that, Dusty, you explained to him to slow down. You have to bring the cotton from the top of like from in between where its antennas are and drag it gently down back towards its tail. And you can do that a couple times you do it once to signal like slow down a little bit. To keep slowing it down, you keep dragging it back and back. Um,
Gently, carefully.
Okay.
you guys begin to slow and so you're now going about, if you guys were like running, it's about that pace um for them, so it's kind of like a slower go, and the sleds jostle again, and um everyone kind of gets out of aligned again, kind of like pulled apart a little bit, and something feels off.
Could I think about what that might be?
Yeah, roll an insight check. And I'm only gonna let Dusty roll because you know the desert.
All right. 21.
21. Okay,
Oh, he knows.
you know. You know that that sand that mantas are close. They're like in the sand, gliding across, dragging you guys along, so they can feel the vibrations underground a lot better. Um, and the fact that something's like jostling them out or like getting them like scared to move around means something's traveling underneath you, going the same pace, if not faster, than the mantas. Which could only mean one thing to you, Dusty.
Giant worm.
Sandworm.
That's not good.
And
How do I deal with that?
as the manta slowed down, bursting out right in front of you is a giant sandworm.
Oh, fantastic.
No.
I think it might be bigger. There.
Hmm.
Right in front of you guys, and you just hear this throttle of this roar, and sand goes flying everywhere. The mantas kind of like bring you, trying to like jerk out of the way. The sleds get toppled, and so you all fall into the dirt, or not into the dirt, into the sand. So you guys do get loose from the sleds. Knocking you guys
I,
loose, and the mantas kind of like run off a ways in different directions, not too far, but far enough, that
mhm.
they are getting away from this, and the sleds are kind of like clattering behind them because they're not like righted anymore, like cluck, 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 kind of dragging in the sand as they run away
Yep.
from this. So now we're going to enter initiative, guys. Roll for initiative.
16.
I got a 9.
I got a rock.
I got a 15.
Hey, can everyone put it in the chat?
20.
Okay. And Sierra, are your undead going to act on the same initiative as you?
Well, I think so, because I command them with a bonus action. So
Okay. So they act on the same one. Okay,
I would
so Dusty got a 21. Oh wait, no.
I got a 9.
You got a 9.
A
Okay.
little bit different than a 21.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Couple digits separated. Yeah.
Oh, it's on its next turn. So I command it on my turn, and then it takes its action on its turn. But it can just go right after me if you would like. So it's
Yeah,
easy.
let's do that. Okay.
That makes sense. Takes your turn to say it and then their turn to do it.
Yeah.
Or your bonus action, not your turn.
Bonus action.
Amaris, Douse, BG. Oh wait. No, that's actually Dusty and then the BG. Okay. Alrighty. Put this in. So I've got its monster card right in front of me, so just adding in some details. As it roars, kind of surprising you all. And as you kind of look at it, it's this, imagine a centipede, like a giant centipede with all these different like crawling like tentacles on the sides, one big gaping maw that there's no eyes, it's just teeth. Rows and rows of these little teeth. Um Kind of if any of you guys have seen How to Train Your Dragon, it's like a whispering death where they've got like rows and rows of like teeth inside of them. But like this centipede body with all these little like creepy crawly arms. It's just a giant worm. And it did get a like surprise on you guys, but it tried to come up and bite the mantas, which it wasn't able to. So it is now Nuri's turn. We are going to go straight into that.
Okay. Sorry, I'm reading a spell real quick. 3d8 is 3d8 lower than this spell is the question, because I'm gonna throw something at it. Okay, for bonus action, I'm going to tell my undead to just actually can they even move that far? I don't think they can. I'm gonna tell him to protect Dusty. So just like follow and protect Dusty.
Okay. So that was your bonus action.
That's my bonus action. For my action, I'm going to cast Magic Missile. So it's wounded. So I don't know if that'll help anyone. But so it automatically hits. And I'm going to cast it at 2nd level. So I get 4 darts.
Okay.
Oh, I'm going to ram into it. So that's 4d4s plus 1. I don't have enough force. There we go. There's a 4. I will tell you, Emily, I started sweating as soon as you're like, it bursts out of the sand.
You feel the heat of battle. I mean, the sand is
I'm
also
sweating
hot.
now. Okay.
It's about mid-morning for you guys, so that's about like maybe 10, somewhere around there, maybe 9:30, somewhere around that area. So it's getting warmer.
I do 15 points of force damage.
Okay, 15 points of force damage.
I will also let it be known I did not sleep, so I actually don't have all my spell slots. I will just let it be known.
You also have disadvantage on skill checks.
I do.
Just for fun. Is it skill and attack checks? I'm not gonna check. I'm checking for you.
No, it's not attack, it's skill.
Yeah, attacks are when you get
Ability
2 levels,
checks.
I think.
Yes.
No, that's
It's-
third level. Second
That's third
level,
level?
the speed is halved.
Yeah,
Oh,
sixth
okay.
level is death, by the way, just in case anyone was curious.
You get 6 points of exhaustion. You just die.
Die.
Um, okay, so you shoot out your magic missile. Do you want to describe what it looks like?
So this thing just like bursts out of the ground, and I'm like, oh crap. So I like twist my hand, and immediately my quill appears in my hand magically, and I just quickly draw like a little star shape in the air. And a magical like trace of the star appears in the air. And then I just like slam my hand forwards, and the star just explodes into 4 different darts that fly forwards and just come from different angles and slam into the creature.
And they do so, and they kind of dissolve against his carapace. He seems unfazed by them, but you did deal 15 points of damage.
He's
Okay.
unfazed.
And
Also,
now,
question real quick for Dusty. Because it's been so long, I don't have the temporary hit points anymore, right? Those are gone.
Officially, I would say, yeah, probably.
Okay,
Probably gone.
hopefully. So is that your turn, Nuri?
that is my turn. The undead are commanded to just follow and protect Dusty.
Okay. So they get in front of Dusty. Kind of like making sure that he is protected. They're like, "Roar." And Dusty, you see them just kind of like come up in front of you, and they're like very protective of you.
So I'd say they have a prepared action then, and if the thing comes at Dusty to attack it.
Then yeah,
I
then
guess
they'll
would
get
be
in the
its
way in some form or another of trying to get it.
attack.
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty, with that, and you have the zombie stats pulled up, right?
Yes.
Okay, alrighty. And that's gonna go to Amar. Oh, yeah, Amaris' turn.
Sweet. Here we go. All right. Perfect. I am going to cast Shatter at it and have the point be like right on top of it.
Okay.
So let me pull this up in the chat. There it is. All right, so it needs to make
Constitution save.
a Constitution saving throw.
That's a nat 1, guys. That is a nat 1.
Yes.
Alrighty.
All right, that is 3d8 thunder damage.
Okay, alrighty.
$15 points of damage.
Okay. All right, another 15 points. As you just like blast this, or do you want to describe how it goes?
It's another like ear-piercingly high shriek of a note.
Did you just go?
I wish I could go that high so I could demonstrate it, but my voice is
Okay.
too low.
That's alrighty. So you do that, and just in its area, it seems to be just like screeching this. And yeah, it kind of seems to like shake a little bit. But otherwise it doesn't seem too bothered. With that, is that the rest of your turn? All right, Douse, you're up with Dusty on deck.
So, Dusty, how do we deal with this thing? This desert eel? I have no idea what this is.
Can I respond to him?
Sure, you can respond to him.
So Dusty's gonna say, not 100% sure. I haven't fought anything like this. Maybe don't group too close together.
Gotcha. He's gonna run off to the side. Not too far, but like right about here.
Okay, about
And
10
he's gonna
feet.
use he's gonna use his water whips like if you got anything, this would be helpful, but do what you want. Just whip them out.
You're trying to ask the
Her
girl,
Majesty.
Her Majesty. You got anything? Okay. We are going to roll a percentile dice now for her.
Ooh.
I know, fancy, fancy, fancy.
My goal is to grapple, or not grapple, but more or less try and pin it or pull it down to
Okay.
get
So,
it from being upright, but to be flat, prone, as prone as it can get.
okay. How many whips does it normally have? Oh, so that's your goal.
It
It
normally
only
has
has
one.
Okay. So with that, she's going to strengthen the whip. And you feel like more water is being flooded into it. So roll to attack for the whip.
Okay.
Roll to hit, basically.
Yep. I have to see what I add to the whips. Where do I have water whip? There it is.
Water whip.
Yep. Now you see within 30 to 20 feet. It must make a dexterity saving throw.
Man, with all these saving throws, I can't. Oh. Why don't you roll?
Here, I can pop that into the chat.
Pulls a creature to unbalance it. Okay.
So I'm more or less aiming at its head to pull the head downwards.
Okay. Yeah. So it does fail. It rolled a 5. Because you know how terrible I am at saving throws.
Yes.
Can't do it to save my life. Or I guess my monster's lives. As you do you want to describe how it looks or just have me go for it?
So with the little bit of excess of water, you see the whip kind of shoot a little bit past its head and then wraps around, does like 2-3 wraps, and then just yanks down.
Okay. Alrighty. Wraps around, you yank down, and it just boom, face first into the sand. I roll for the damage on it.
That is 3d10.
And I'm gonna say you get an additional D10 from
Yay!
Her Majesty's edition.
Where's my percentile? I'll use that. Six, 3, 2, 9. So that's 9, 18, 20.
20 points of damage. Okay.
It's
Alrighty.
bludgeoning if that does anything or changes.
No, it doesn't have any weaknesses or like vulnerabilities or anything.
Okay.
But thank you for letting me know. Okay.
I thought it actually might be resistant to bludgeoning, having a carapace and all.
I know, you'd think, right? I guess it just has it has a higher AC, but no one's been trying to hit its AC. It's just all saved this whole time.
Yeah, I
And
know, right?
spells that automatically hit. Just
Yeah,
G.
it's incredible.
Okay. Alrighty. With that, Dusty, your turn. Or Douse, was that all?
Yeah, that was all.
All right. Dusty
All right.
with BG on deck.
Okay. How does he look so far? Relatively like unfazed by all this.
He was unfazed by the first couple ones, but this last one that just like took him down, it looked like it was a bit of a doozy.
Okay.
He was
Let's
surprised, to say the least.
let's not take any chances here. Let's try to avoid that. So Dusty is going to create his spirit totem. He's going to make it in the shape of a unicorn.
And
he's going
Merilla's
to-
not here.
Marilla's not here. She'll have to live with that.
Oh, she's gonna
And he's
be
going to put
so
it
mad when she
down.
watches this back again.
He's going
We
to
can
put it
say
down
that she sees
like
the unicorn, she gets so distracted by it. That's why
The
she doesn't act in the fight.
The unicorn.
Exactly.
Yes, we're gonna say she's distracted by the unicorn.
Oh, fantastic. And he's going to put it right here between them, between the two groups, so that the majority of them will be under its aura.
Poor Douse.
Yeah, the aura reaches 30. It's like a 30-foot radius around the totem, and you'll be inside of it,
Okay.
which will be helpful if you take any damage. So, after that, Dusty is going to cast Ice Knife at 3rd level. So he's upcasting it twice.
Okay.
First, he makes a attack roll, a ranged spell attack against the worm, and then if it hits or misses it, it also makes a dexterity saving throw. So, I'm gonna make that attack roll. It is +7 to hit, so I'm gonna use dice because I actually understand how that's gonna work. I'm not sure about this machine. I don't
Okay.
trust the machine. Okay, that is 10 to hit.
10 misses.
Okay, so I won't get any of the piercing damage, but the ice knife also shatters into cold shards, which force it to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. All right, so it breaks into these cold shards and it's going to make a dex save. Ooh, it actually rolled well. That's a dirty 20.
That saves.
Okay.
Hey, you saved it. You did it.
I
The
did a
worm did it.
save, guys. I did something.
We did it.
It's a
I'm-
yay and a no.
I'm happy.
It's a no for
I'm
you guys, a
happy.
yay for me. No, just kidding. Also, Greg, I gave you control over this little unicorn totem.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you.
Yes, and you said it's a 30-foot radius around it?
Yeah, 30-foot radius. I can actually put that on the totem.
Yeah,
Hold on.
I was gonna say if we can there's an aura. Oh,
There
you
you go.
got it.
That's 30 feet. I played Paladin
Perfect.
a lot with Roll20, so I know the auras.
Okay, perfect. Well, now you know exactly who's in your aura.
Yep.
It's
Makes
in
things
the
a lot
aura. Does
easier.
that make a difference?
No.
Okay, good. Alrighty. And now, is that the end of your turn, Dusty?
Yes, that is the end.
Okay, alrighty. It is now the bad guy's turn with Nuri on deck. Okay. It is not a fan. Okay. It is not a fan of you guys casting spells at it. So it's actually going to come over to you. And I am going to pull Merilla out of this fight and say she's distracted, but she's also going to go try and find the manta. Go help that out. We're going to put Merilla there. Okay.
She did roll very high on her animal handling.
She did. She's tending to those mantis.
Plot armor. I'm just kidding.
When they're not here, I'm not just gonna kill them. Um, okay. So what it's going to do is it's going to try and okay, now we got to figure out which one who's it going to go for. So Amaris, high or low?
Low.
Low? Okay, so if it's low, it's going to go for Nuri. If it's high, it's going to go for Amaris. It's going to go for Nuri.
The wizard.
It's going for the wizard, everyone. And it's going to try and bite you
Bite me in half.
with an 18 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
Okay,
What's
it
your
hits.
AC?
12 currently because I didn't cast mage armor on myself. So
Okay, guys, I know you're gonna hate to hear this, but I'm pulling out my calculator.
I'm dead. Goodbye,
Listen, I
everyone.
pull out my calculator for like 3
Douse's
plus
reason
2.
for not leaving solved.
Hey, you can stay. Cool.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's the total damage, by the way, not the
Ooh.
amount of dice. It's the total damage, I'm
5,
sure. Yeah, 5 damage. You take 5 damage total.
6.
6 damage total.
You're taking 40 points of damage?
40?
Yeah.
I almost insta-died. I'm not even kidding.
No.
Nice.
I am bleeding out. I was this close to insta-dying. It almost doubled my hit points. I'm
Nice.
bleeding out.
You are
Wizard
also
President went after you, and not the
you
guy
are
who did.
also grappled and restrained.
I'm
You're
no
in
problem.
its mouth. You're just like
I'm dead. I am bleeding out in its mouth.
Wait, how many hit points do you have?
I have 29.
Oh,
So I'm not kidding when I said it was this close.
the insta killer. Okay.
Wizard died of 1d4 damage.
I'm a wizard. What do
She
you
only
expect?
did the worm only did 6 damage. Come on.
Maybe it should have attacked Amaris. No.
No, this is
I'm
okay.
surprised it
This is
didn't go
okay.
for me after I did how much damage to it.
What happens to the zombies when you
Because I'm
go
not
down?
dead. They're like still under my control, so I think they're just following the last orders they got.
Okay.
Because it's not
So-
concentration to keep control.
Okay, so it finishes its action. So it is now the zombies, and they are still protecting Dusty.
Well, it's also my turn, which means a death saving throw. Excuse
Oh,
me.
that's right.
If
Sorry,
I'm going to be
death
dying,
saving
I want it to be dramatic.
I want it to be dramatic. Okay, so what I want you to so roll a death saving throw, and if you want to, you can roll that in private to me as well, so everyone else doesn't know.
Devious. I like it. I will do that. So I guess I would roll it here and then whisper it to you.
Yeah.
Don't make any facial expressions. You're not allowed to react to it. You have to be completely silent.
I will say yes.
It's a secret.
It is a secret. Okay. Okay. That is a roll that will remain undisclosed. Okay. Alrighty. Now we are gonna go to the zombies. They do nothing. They're just protecting Dusty. Actually, they do move a little bit. Get in front of Dusty a little bit more. Now we're gonna go to Amaris. You should see Nuri just gets chomped, and you don't see Nuri anymore. Because she is grappled and restrained.
Can I? Okay. This is just how I imagine
Okay.
it. Like this thing just bursts out of the sand and like comes down, and Nuri's just like, oh, like can't even finish what she's saying, and she's just gone.
He's like, oh no. And right
Okay,
next
first
to you,
off,
Amar.
Amaris is gonna start looking for Nuri.
You see the bug, or the bug, not the giant worm. It just,
So
it is right
it's
there.
like completely over top of her.
Yeah, so it kind of like has pulled back and she is like in its mouth. She is grappled and restrained. And it's kind of standing up again.
Oh no.
In its rows of teeth.
I'm sorry. I just saw in the Twitch chat that thy be gone. It's just like nom 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 nom. Okay.
Elves are the best. Yes, you are aged like fine wine.
So Amaris
Oh.
just sees this thing like just like come out of the ground and just nom over Nuri, and then sees Nuri like in its mouth. And let's see. Oh yeah, it's close enough. She is going to like basically scream out as she casts Thunder Wave.
Okay.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Alrighty. It rolled
Emily, did you just say you rolled low on damage for that creature to eat me?
I did roll low on damage.
Oh my gosh, okay.
The average that it says, the average damage that it gives is 40. Oh wait, so I guess it was average. So it wasn't low. It was average.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every time it touches Nuri dies. It breathes on Nuri. Nuri's down. It's impossible for it to not kill her.
Okay. It also, for this one, rolled a dirty 21.
Okay, so it succeeded, but
It takes half
on
damage.
a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and isn't pushed. I am just hoping this thing drops her.
It does take the damage as the wave and sand kind of like get blown up and like tossed against it. It does not drop her. Though do roll for damage, because damage is very good.
Damage is very good. And that would be 4.
4, not 7?
Well, it's in
It takes
half because
half.
it succeeded.
Oh, that's right. 4 points of damage. Yeah. Okay, is that your turn?
Yep, that's all I can do.
All right, Douse, your turn. You just watched as Nuri just went, oh no, and then
Yeah. He's gonna say like, "Shoot, dang it, Majesty, is that all you got?" And he's gonna do Water Whip a second time.
Hey.
Um,
Alrighty. High or low on that one, actually? Is that all you
let's
got?
go low.
Taunts his bracelet.
She's gonna say, all I've got? You wanna see what all I've got?
Yes.
Yes, actually, we would love to see that.
So he does Water Whip again, which is a Dexterity save, and
Okay.
it's 8 plus proficiency plus wisdom. So 2. It has to beat a 13.
Beat a 13 on its dexterity save?
Yes.
Okay, I'm surprisingly rolling really well. It rolled a 16. It,
It
it
still takes damage.
it still takes damage, but you don't get to drag it down. As like
Yeah.
this whip seems stronger than before as you wrap it around and like curl around, you try to pull, but the water just kind of like falls down. You're gonna get to add an extra 2d10 to that damage
So my
because
normal
she's
damage, if you fail,
Pretty much.
yeah
13.
13, and that's halved on it.
No. So I do 1d10 if it succeeds the save throw.
Oh, okay, I see.
So I rolled 1 plus the extra 2 you gave me.
So 13 points. There you go.
Yeah.
Alrighty, it is now Dusty's turn.
Okay, so this is a fun
Let's make sure I was-
situation we're in.
Yeah.
Let's see. So Dusty's going to cast Cure Wounds on himself. And thankfully, I chose the Unicorn Aura because when I use a leveled spell to heal something, I can choose to have it heal any number of creatures also inside the aura. And I don't have to
Oh.
see them, they just have to be there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level, and that will allow me to roll 2d8 plus my spellcasting modifier. So I'm going to roll 2d8, and that, whatever that is +4. So that is 14 points of healing, stabilizing Nuri, and also bringing her up. But
I get
She's-
14 or just
Yep.
what? Wait.
you get 14. Because I cast Cure Wounds on myself, and then using my Unicorn Aura, I can heal any number of creatures inside the aura with that heal. So you heal
Oh,
14 points.
you were actually correct on my damage. I had misread my thing. So it takes half. So I'd roll 2 extra. Sorry. You can keep going. I'll tell you what happened.
So yeah, tell me what happened in a sec. So everyone, Nuri got healed. Okay,
Yep.
Nuri, you're in its mouth. The teeth are poking into you a lot.
Poking, I imagine it's a very, very, very painful experience to wake
Yes,
up
very.
to. So you probably
Yes.
just hear muffled screaming from inside its mouth.
Oh, nice. Dusty will also move closer to it.
Okay,
kind of
they are following you,
come over
flanking
here.
you. Little skelly bellies or
Like that.
zombie bellies.
And then he'll end his turn there.
Okay. Alrighty, it is now the bad guy's turn. Wait, real quick. Douse. So total damage 23, halved is still 13. Okay. So it ended up working out. You're muted, by the way.
Yeah, it was. I still rolled a 3, but it takes the half damage instead. I
Okay.
misread it because it says for each additional key point, add 1d10. I thought that was just, on a fail, you get 1d10.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Alright, so now it's its turn, and it's going to use its action to swallow. So does a
Nuri, blast it from the inside.
26 hit?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Most
Can
definitely.
I use
It's
can I
twice,
use my,
actually, if you're wondering.
can I use my inspiration to give it disadvantage on that check?
I just rolled again because it had advantage.
Oh, okay. So
And
it's just straight up.
and the other one would be 2 less, so a 23 to hit if I did do
okay.
disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would use my inspiration on that. So
Okay.
23 to hit instead.
All
Very
right,
nice.
you used your inspiration. Definitely so. You tried.
Hey,
So
listen, we
it
tried our
is
best, boys.
uh, okay, so you take More damage. Wait, so if the attack hits, the creature takes the bite damage and is swallowed, and the grapple ends. While swallowed, the creature is blinded and restrained, has total cover against attacks. You have total cover against attacks.
Hey.
And other effects outside of the creature. And it takes 66 acid damage at the start of each of the bad guys' turns. A single turn. Okay. 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 Well, first you're gonna take the bite damage as it's chomp and swallow. Let's roll. Let's see. Let's see what we get here. Oh, I have more D10s. I forgot. Alrighty.
As I'm getting swallowed, could you give me the mercy of letting me drop my wizard book on the sand? Because I'm getting chomped and I was dead. And like, can we just say it fell on the ground? Give me that
Sure. We can
mercy.
say
yeah.
that it fell next to Amaris's boot when you were first chomped.
Thank you for that mercy. Thank you. I actually really appreciate that.
Okay, mercy before you get
okay if I
chomped.
die. The book though, the notes, just let it survive.
The notes are left behind for everyone. The end. No, Nuri, you're gonna be fine. I think.
It's not gonna take that much to. I've got the number pulled up in front of me. I have the exact number that will kill her outright. In front
What
of me right
number?
now.
Don't tell her. Don't tell her.
Don't
I don't want her to
roll.
smudge the roll. I want it to
Just
be honest.
roll.
Okay,
Just roll.
If I'm gonna die, I want it to be honest. Okay.
Okay, well, I actually did roll low. It's
She's smudging it. I
26
knew it.
points of damage.
Does not kill her.
26.
Does not officially kill her. You're
What
technically
would have
alive.
killed her?
43, which is 3
Okay.
above average.
Okay.
She's alive.
Oh my gosh, guys.
I'm bleeding out again.
You're bleeding out again. You are swallowed, so now you're blinded and restrained and
That's fine.
bleeding out. You have total cover against attacks and other effects outside the creature, and you'll take 66 acid at the start of each of the bad guys' turn. Of the
Respect.
worms' turn. Acid damage, you know? So it's not a fan of that. And that was its turn. So now we go to Nuri, make a death saving throw, and whisper it to me.
Gotta get myself under composure so no one can tell what I get.
I'm out of water.
It's a lot of bad numbers to roll.
Okay. That's a number. That is a number.
It's a number.
We're gonna
Dang.
mark down that number. Okay. It is now the zombies' turn, and they're gonna continue to defend you, Dusty. Woo!
Oh no, look how close the worm is to me. It's probably gonna attack me.
Now it is Amaris's turn with
mean,
Douse on deck.
Question to DM, because they are right next to the worm, and it's obviously aggressive. Would they attack it?
Well, it's not trying to hurt Dusty right now.
No, that's fair. Continue.
It just kind of like it picked you up, kind of went hump, and then you see it like kind of go straight as like you just see this vibration in the body, as you all can tell, just swallow straight down the pipe. Yeah, it's Amaris with Douse on deck.
Oh gosh.
It's a giant
Hold up.
monster.
Do I do. I am going to cast. Hold up. Let me double check this. I am going to cast Shatter again, but this time with a 3rd level spell slot.
upcast everything.
Alrighty. Okay. Where are you casting it? Just
Like,
over
same
the.
point, right on top of the worm.
Okay. Alrighty. You may do so. Then a 10-foot
All right.
radius sphere connected to that point.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Sierra, take a failed death save.
What?
Do I? Because I'm technically protected from outside things.
Look at this.
Abs, big abs.
You know what? Yeah, sure. We'll go. Yeah, you are protected from effects outside. I wasn't sure because this was like a.
It's a sound though. It's outside.
That's true. Okay. No, you're fine. You're fine. We still don't know where you're at though on your death saving throws.
Vibrations.
The vibrations.
Vibrations.
Okay.
You
Let
only
me
got
make
good
a
vibes from
saving
me.
throw. Okay. What was it? Con save?
Yep, Constitution saving throw.
17.
It succeeds, but it still takes half.
Okay, half damage, and you upcasted it.
Oh, you
Oh.
have got to be kidding me!
3 of her dice rolled ones.
Wow.
So half of 7.
That is the appropriate response.
Oh my gosh!
When in doubt, round down also in 5e. So
3 damage.
I feel really bad for that. That hurts me as a dungeon master. I was
Oh,
excited for
this
the damage.
hurts.
Oof. Okay.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen, Nuri.
Douse,
You
it's
know,
your turn.
sometimes you die, and that's okay, you know. Sometimes you just die.
Sometimes you die.
I don't think you guys understand. If Nuri does not survive this,
I'm pretty sure Amaris is gonna be pretty upset. Give or take.
Yeah.
oh,
I'm
pretty upset?
Mildly
Just
upset.
just pretty upset?
Yeah, a smidgen. I'm pretty sure she'll be a smidgen upset.
Wait, so Sierra, if you die, your zombies are no longer under your control, so they'll probably
Attack
attack
the
the
nearest things. Yeah.
Nearest things, but like it would be randomized to an attack. It's randomized.
Yeah, of course.
So
It would be. So I'd roll for it,
It'd
obviously.
be really funny if it had just attacked Dusty, but again, I'm jinxing it. I'm jinxing it, so it's okay.
Oh gosh. Okay, Douse. Oh, you're muted.
So Douse not having any more water whips to spare. He's gonna finally take this up front and personal and take 2 swings at it.
Does he
Just
have a
aiming-
flanking bonus?
Aiming for its gut.
There's high or low.
Well, not its gut, for its back. Who are you asking?
We're gonna say Douse.
Let's go high. You've been rolling high lately, so let's go high.
Okay, yes, you do get a flanking bonus, so you have advantage.
Okay. First hit is 11.
11 does not hit. Also take 10 points of fire damage
Oh, lovely.
as
I'll take
its
that in 1
body
second.
is heated and it like burns.
Ow. Okay, that one's a 19.
19 does hit.
I do 1d6 to it.
Woo!
Plus 2. That's 6 damage.
So
As I take 20.
no 10. You take 20
'cause I hit
because you hit it
twice.
twice. And it takes 6 points of damage.
Ow. Ow.
You feel the water coming out of your bracelet and like coating your fists.
Thank you.
Cooling them down. And you just kind of hear in the back of your mind of, ooh, how are you gonna get out of this one?
That's a very good question. I'll let you know when I find the answer.
Okay. Alrighty, so now it is Dusty's turn.
So Dusty is going to use his 3rd level spell slot to cast Cure Wounds this time. So he's going to use 3d8
Okay.
and add his charisma bonus. Or not charisma, I think it's wisdom. So that
Right.
is 15 this time, points of healing. And he's going to heal himself as well as Douse. And if she's still in range, Nuri, and also Amaris if she's damaged. I don't know.
Nori, since she has total cover against attack and other effects outside of the creature.
Okay.
So
But he doesn't have to see her for this.
No, I don't have to see her. As long as she's in the aura, then I can heal her. But that's up to you.
I'm gonna leave that up to a higher level.
Okay.
Okay. So Nori, you get to pick high or low.
The responsibility's off my chest.
High hopes for this. We're gonna go high.
Okay. Okay. You may heal her.
Yay. You're blind and grappled and inside of poison. But it's okay because you're up.
Because you're
If she dies after all this, that would be a terrible way to go. Because she gets eaten, wakes up, teeth just tearing her apart, gets swallowed, goes unconscious. She's at least not feeling the pain. Comes back, is in just a pool of acid where she can't breathe, she can't move, is being just dissolved.
breathe. You can breathe.
Oh, I can breathe inside that thing?
Yeah,
That's
so
nice.
it's not like you're in a pool of acid. It's more like you're in its stomach. Yeah, sure, there's probably a little bit of acid in there and like acid dripping off on the walls and stuff, but it's not like you're like
What a terrible.
It's a desert.
way
It
to
hasn't had
die.
anything to drink.
Yeah, you can see some
I get
bones
it.
in there. Actually, no, it's pitch black. Wait, do you have dark vision?
I do.
Okay, yeah, there's like some bones that are like still
Mantra
like
bones.
slowly, decomposing in the acid.
Oh, that sucks. How much healing do I get, Dusty?
15 points of healing. So you have 15 health.
Okay. Alrighty, it's the start of the bad guy's turn with Nuri on deck.
He takes the acid damage, right? That's the first thing that
Yeah,
happens.
so it's
Okay.
6d6 acid damage.
How much do we heal?
You
We
each
all
heal
heal
15. So
Okay.
you have only lost
We're-
5 health now.
We're gonna roll it on this thing. So take 20 points.
And she's down again.
Take 20 points of acid damage. Because you're like, huh? 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 So I'm like both sorry, but also not sorry. Oh god. Okay. This is a really big predicament. And I'm curious to see what you guys are gonna do.
Does it do anything else on its turn besides do me damage?
No, it actually is gonna do something. It's going to bite at the one that punched it with a 22 to hit.
Perfect. It hits.
We're just gonna roll on here because it's gonna be easier. Where's the plus sign?
Hey, I love you guys.
Take
I'm still
38,
up.
No, wait.
38 points of damage, but you are grappled and restrained as it just like and like pulls you up.
Oh, now I have to do math. Did I just do this? Oh, dang it.
So what you can do, Douse, is if you click on the red dot above your screen, what you can do is do a minus 38 and then click enter. So I'll let you do that and then
Oh,
it'll calculate it. No. So you have
not
to
that red dot.
no, that is the red dot. So basically you have to click 53, okay? You want to
Mm-hmm.
delete the 53 that's in there and just have minus 38.
15.
Yeah. There you go. Okay. Alrighty. That and you are now grappled and restrained by it. Now we're gonna go to Nuri. Make a death saving throw and whisper it to me. I love how Dusty is the only thing keeping her alive.
Just keep her alive for one more turn. And me, preferably.
I'm trying. I'm trying. I just can't get to her.
Hey, alrighty, that is a number. I love the solemn.
It is a number.
I acknowledge that the number has been rolled.
Yes, exactly. Alrighty, with that, we are gonna go to the zombies who are chilling there. Amaris, who it is your turn now.
Well, Amaris is like so mad. She is so bad.
Fortunately, anger does not increase the damage of our attacks. That'd be really nice.
Okay, let's see here. So I'm gonna come over here. And I'm going to attack at it with my rapier. So can you remind me again all the bonuses that go into attacking with a rapier? It's a proficient weapon.
Okay. And it's finesse, so you get to roll your dexterity modifier. You're proficient in it, so you get to add your proficiency bonus to hit. So
So proficiency bonus would be 3, I do believe.
okay, yes. And then plus your dexterity bonus.
Plus my dex bonus. So that'd be plus 4.
Okay,
Oh my
so 12 to
gosh.
hit. 12 does not hit as you try to slash at it.
Oh wait, I'm flanking it. I'm flanking it.
Oh yeah, you do get advantage.
Please, please, please. 23.
23 does hit. You do take 10 points of fire damage though.
Even though I'm attacking it with the sword.
Yeah, so it's heated body. A creature that touches this creature or hits it with a melee attack while within 5 feet of it takes 10 fire damage.
10 fire damage. So I'm still standing. I'm
Woo!
still standing.
I'm still
Yay.
standing. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Woo!
All right. And then
Roll for
with
damage.
the do I add anything to the D8?
You add your dexterity modifier.
that would be +1 again. Would be nice if there was more. 6 points of damage. That is probably the most I have done to it.
Woo! You've got this, Queen. Okay. Douse, it is your turn. You are grappled and restrained.
Can I see down its throat?
It is pitch black down there, but I
But it
guess
is
technically
open.
it is open. You're like in its mouth, and it's like starting to like raise up basically, so it can swallow you.
Okay. Does that count as an open container?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes. Are you trying to fill it
'Cause
with water?
maybe.
Yeah, but also that
I can.
spell, is it semantic? Or sorry,
It
movement?
uh
Is it create water?
it is create water.
Okay, let me see.
That is semantic, I think.
I mean, all it requires is either I could use a few grains of sand to dehydrate it, or
Let me find this real quick.
but it's also a
Create
racial
water.
Yes.
feature. So
Yes, it requires verbal, somatic, and material components. So you do have to have your hands free to use it. Unless ruled otherwise,
Yeah,
which would be out of the ordinary.
but that would have been cool.
we reach third level, you can cast create restore Arthur. Ah, dang! I was hoping because I have Call of the Wave. I was hoping it might say something that I can do to without the components, but I can't.
Sorry.
Oops.
Dang it! That was going to be my best thing. I was just gonna either drown it or dehydrate it.
That would have been
Oh
actually
gosh.
so dope.
That would have been
I know,
dope.
right?
The rule of cool. But you are
Okay.
grappled and restrained by all the teeth that's poking in. It's like, you know those like Iron Maiden boxes where they've got all the like like pokey things and you're trapped in a box and there's like
hmm
spikes on all sides. That's kind of what it feels like.
Would I have been able to do this if I were grappled?
Possibly. Yeah,
Dang.
possibly.
I should have done it last turn, but I thought I had to see inside its mouth. Okay. I will just try to get ungrappled.
Okay.
Release the decanter of water. Use it as a blasting force.
Yeah, but he's
Wait.
grappled. He can't use it.
Could
Yeah,
I use my turn
hands.
to try and
Yeah,
get
so what you
my
can do
hand
is
and open it?
make a strength check to see if you can escape the grapple. A strength check.
Oh, this is gonna be good. That is a 17.
Okay, you just barely succeeded. So you can manage
Okay.
to wrench yourself free, but that is your action.
That is my action. Let's use the can shape water. Oh, that's an action. Because I was gonna say maybe I could have her do it. Am I up in the air currently?
Yeah, you're in its mouth.
Ooh. I'm
So you
gonna
kind of like
climb out.
pulled yourself a little bit out. So
I'm gonna climb out of its mouth and try to get onto the top of it.
make an acrobatics check.
And I imagine that's probably gonna take up my whole turn.
Yeah.
Oh, I fall. Because that's a 3. plus 5. That's an 8.
That's an 8.
Yes.
Salute
You
you, Douse.
try to climb, but it's kind of like trying to keep you in and sort of thrashing you about. So you end up falling. You're going to take 1d6 of fall damage, 2 points of fall damage, as you into the sand. Um,
So how much damage do I take?
you took 2 points of fall damage because it's every 10 feet.
I will use my reaction to slow fall and decrease that to 0.
Okay, alrighty. You can use your reaction to do so. It is now Dusty's turn.
Okay. So Dusty is going to, as a bonus action, I can move my totem. So I'm going to bring it over this way. And then Dusty is going to, hopefully without provoking an opportunity attack, let's say without 5 feet of range. He'll kind of maneuver around. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And he'll go 30 to there. And then he's going to cast Cure Wounds again at 2nd level. So
Okay.
2d8, trying to heal everyone that is damaged, which is, well, everyone.
Except you.
So 10 points of healing. 10 points
Me
of
as
healing.
well.
Yep. So you, Amaris, and Douse, you all regain 10 hit points. And Dusty is going to end his turn.
Okay. Alrighty. It is now the sandworm's turn. And he is going to chomp down on Amaris.
Reasonably so.
Yeah, because his other meal just kind of like ran away.
Kiss!
You're like, I did it. With a dirty 20 to hit, Amaris.
No, it doesn't.
I would actually.
Yeah,
Can I
totally
use?
does.
I want to use my DM inspiration to make that a disadvantage.
Okay. That is a 22, so it'd still be 20.
Oh
30,
my
20.
gosh.
Dang.
Sorry, guys.
Impressive.
Yes.
I'm
it
rolling
hurts.
really good tonight.
Yeah, good job. This is
I'm
going
not
great.
trying to, but he also has like a plus 11 to hit, so that
We
helps.
all gonna die by worm.
Worm.
So
Worm.
skip it. I'm just kidding.
Oh, trust me, if you guys die, the story's not over.
Oh gosh.
I'm
We're gonna
intrigued.
Then we
we're
all
gonna Pinocchio this thing or Jonah this thing. No.
see, Nuri cast a spell on us all without our knowledge, and we all come back as zombies.
Boom. If she's still
I got you
alive.
guys.
Okay, sorry. I'm gonna actually roll for the damage now on Amaris. That's gonna be 37 points of damage.
My gosh. That is so much. I am bleeding out.
Dang. Down.
Okay, you are now grappled and restrained in its mouth. So I'm gonna move you right here.
Nuri takes 66.
You're in
Acid.
its mouth. Oh yeah, Nuri, you do take 66. So, let me roll that for you.
Thank you, Dusty.
Yeah, no problem. I just wanted all correct things to be done in the world, you know?
No, I appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Take
no,
14
bleeding out.
points. Take 14 points of poison. My gosh. Right, but this is, to be fair, this is the first scary fight that you guys have had in the sense of you guys are getting damaged a little.
We could very well just all die. It's very possible.
Also,
TPK.
Sierra, is this what number time is this of you falling down?
4, I think.
Okay. We
It
are
was
gonna
1,
roll a
2.
d20 for the optional scars for the scars variant that we created, remember?
Yep. I was
Okay.
wondering when you were gonna use that.
It is a 6. You do gain a scar from this. You can
Ooh.
choose where and what it looks like, but you do gain a scar from this. For those of you watching, Sierra and I came up a while ago, and we've been using it in our campaigns for an optional scars variant of if you, oh gosh, help me explain the rules, Sierra.
So I can actually go look it up specifically if you want, and I can post it
Yes.
in the chat. But pretty much the premise is if you're getting hurt so many times, you will gain a scar, like serious damage. It's actually more of a damage thing
Yeah, I think
than
it's if
it
you
is,
take a certain amount of damage.
because what we have, the other optional rule we have is after so many times being brought back and going down in a row, that magic can no longer heal you because your body is too traumatized and you have to stabilize yourself.
That's
That's the other
right.
optional. That's the like brutal way to play, which we have played before. So I don't know if you're doing that.
Yeah, did we agree to all of the homebrew rules at the very beginning of this campaign in session 0? I think
I
we
don't think we
did.
talked about that.
I thought we did.
Yeah, I think we talked about at least the scarring, I understand.
Yeah, I have the thing pulled up right here.
So I remember agreeing on it. I remember agreeing on what we talked
Oh,
about.
okay. So actually, you need to make a Constitution saving throw. That's what it is. So when someone drops to bleeding out, have them do a Constitution saving throw. 10 or below causes scarring in some way. So that's the optional rule for scarring that we created.
Well, I
Um,
actually got an 11, so I don't get a
you
scar.
don't get a scar. Okay.
Oh, wait,
Um,
actually, it's a 13 because of Constitution. Continue.
Nice. Okay, and the other optional rule that we had was if a player drops to bleeding out 3 times within the same fight, healing spells will no longer bring them up. They must stabilize on their own or by use of another player's healer's kit or the cantrip Spare the Dying. Basically, we were saying the body has suffered too much trauma and must recover by natural means. Quick healing will only further the damage to the individual. So
So I can no longer be healed, correct?
we're gonna go with that. Because I'm
Okay.
pretty sure we all agreed to the homebrew rules at the beginning. Because we've been
Also,
using the higher low mechanic, as well as the on initiative, the nat 20 and nat 1 mechanic that we created. So
also, can I just gain a scar anyways because it's been 4 times? Can I
sure.
just choose to get one?
You can choose to gain a scar if you really want to.
Ah, your body hasn't suffered that much trauma. I don't know what you're talking about.
It suffered a lot of trauma at this point.
It blended up, burned like several times. You're probably fine. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, exactly. Also for those of you who want a full list of the homebrew rules that we've created, I believe it's on our video. Oh gosh, which video? The combat video? Oh
Yeah.
gosh. I can't remember. One of our
I
D&D
got you.
tips.
I'll put a link to the video. Are we allowed to do
Yeah.
that in Twitch? I don't know, actually.
I have no idea.
I'll put the name of it. There we go.
Yeah. Do what you can. Sierra will get you that list. Anyways, that was the bad guy's turn. He's now munching on Amaris. So now it is Nuri
Do I make a death
makes
saving
a death
throw?
saving throw and whisper it to me.
We just have Merilla come back and the entire party's dead.
Poor Merilla. I mean, I will, to be fair, I did calculate Merilla also into this battle when I originally was calculating out the bottle. So that is a number. Okay. Alrighty. Now the zombies are gonna move. They're gonna come over here. Bloop. Dusty, you are being defended so well. Hey, Amaris.
How
Oh, you need to
fortunate for
make a
me.
death saving throw.
I do need to make a death saving throw.
And whisper it to me.
How do I
Whisper?
whisper?
So you do slash
No, how do
W.
well, I know how to whisper. How do I whisper a roll to you?
So what you can do is you do slash whisper GM space and then do slash roll and then do the same thing. I'm pretty sure that that's how you can do it. Oh, wait.
Or you can roll in person and then just send her the
Let me
number.
see.
That
Slash
works too.
whisper roll.
Yeah, I don't have my dice with me.
I got you. Here you go.
Okay, no, that formula doesn't work. So just like, do you not have dice with you?
Nope.
Okay, that's all right. You can just roll it into the main chat. That's fine. I know there is a way that you can do it. I think there's a list of
Isn't it
commands
like
somewhere.
GM roll or G roll?
Oh, I think it is that. GM roll.
Slash
So
GM roll.
GM space roll or GM roll one word.
One word.
No, yeah, one word. GM roll. And then you just put like 2d6 plus 5.
Is that what it is?
Or you can do slash GR. Yeah,
Slash
I'm looking at the chat stuff that it's giving.
Okay. And then for the death save, it's just a d20, right?
Yep, 1d20. Oh. Okay, that is a number. I see your number and I raise you a letter. Alrighty. So with that, we are going into Douse's turn.
Okay. Where are we on this thing being an open container?
It's
I'm sorry, real quick. Emily, if you tried whispering something to me, it did not go through.
Oh no, I wasn't trying to whisper something to you. I put in the chat the dice roll stuff to show you what the chat commands are. But thank you for letting me know. So the worm itself is not a container, it's a creature.
No, but its stomach is that a container?
High or low? High or low?
Let's go low.
No, it is not a
I should
container.
have said high. I should have said high.
It rolled like
Good.
the highest it could.
Brutal.
Dang it. I don't have
So
much else I
you were
can.
just trying to fill it with water?
Yeah, basically. My hope was that I would either get waterlogged and end up throwing stuff up,
Yeah.
or
Okay, you know what,
I would
Douse?
dehydrate.
Dane? Rule of cool is being activated. Rule of cool. Do
Yes!
it. Rule of cool.
I am just going to open up my little endless decanter of water, kind of dip my finger in it to get the water out, and just point. And as I point, a stream flows out of the endless decanter and somewhat of my wrist and just starts filling up inside of its mouth. And it's slowly just filling.
But it's only 10 gallons.
Yes.
Alrighty, so 10 gallons. Within an open container. Hey. So you create water, 10 gallons of water. I'm trying to think for this ginormous beast. 10
Is that
gallons.
enough?
Is that enough that it consumes it every, like, but it's probably also used to not living off of much water.
10 gallons of water is a lot of water.
I'm thinking of like a gallon of milk and 10 of those. I love how we're all just kind of like, wait. So, okay. Douse high or low? Doing all the higher lows tonight.
Let's go high.
Okay. So you cast this and it just kind of like you see it kind of like wiggle a little bit and it like straightens and gets a little taller as it's like whoa, like all this water in there and you don't quite know what's happening as it's like kind of like swaying a little bit from side to side.
At least maybe this will dilute the poison inside its stomach. Or the acid.
Hey. Are you saying anything to the person in your head?
Drown it.
Okay. She goes, I'm not quite sure I can do that in this circumstance, but I'll do what I can.
You got the endless decanter right next to you.
We'll see. We'll see what I can do. And it's going to be Dusty's turn. Dusty!
Yay! Okay, high or low?
Hi.
All right, let's. Okay. That was a very impactful high or low that just rolled, by the way. So Dusty is going to, let's see, what can we do? Well, the turn order. I'm mathing everything out in my head. And to summarize, things aren't looking good. I don't know if you already knew that, but that's the math I did in my head, was that things aren't looking too great.
I think your math would be
So-
accurate.
Yeah, probably. So Dusty is going to
Also, it's funny that Dusty literally has not taken any damage.
the entire time. Got
It's all
impressive.
thanks to the zombies, guys.
Yeah,
It
the
is.
All
zombies
thanks to the
protected him.
zombies.
Let's see. Okay. Dusty is going to. There's a lot of options, and they're all the wrong one. They're all the wrong one. Okay. Yeah, this is what I committed to. So Dusty is going to cast Cure Wounds again, and he's going to cast it at 2nd level. He's going to heal the people he can, excluding Nuri, because she has been healed to a crisp. Everyone in the aura, he gains 15 hit points as Dusty heals them. And he's going to like walk right, just gonna have it do this, where he walks like right, he's gonna kind of like try to push through the zombie and walk up like right there to try and be in front of Douse. And he's actually gonna like try and push Douse backwards a little bit. And he says, hopefully it likes the corpses, as he like one arm out to try and shield Douse from getting attacked by this thing.
Okay. It is now the bad guy's turn. As the sandworm is kind of like in there, it's like kind of like, Nori, you are unconscious, so you don't know what's happening, but you're actually only going to be taking half of the poison damage.
So I automatically take a death fail then.
Oh,
right?
that's right. Yeah, because you're on a death.
And I take damage no matter what.
Oh,
Thank you.
oh yeah, because our other optional rule cast.
That's right. Yep. Well, actually, that's a rule in 5e is that if you take any damage on your, when you're taking death
No,
saving throws.
she couldn't get healed by Doubt or Dusty is what it was.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
right.
Amaris is up. She has
Amaris
15 hit
is up.
points.
She does have 15 health points, but it is going to attempt to swallow you with a dirty 30 to hit.
Oh, come on. There's no way.
That's so
I rolled a
much.
19 plus 11.
That'll do it.
I didn't think that was possible.
We're all dead.
Run, save yourselves, just go.
Dusty has like he like held the zombie up as like a shield towards the worm, and he's like pushing pushing Douse back.
That's guilty. Okay, so you take 24
Well,
points of damage.
I'm down again.
Down again.
And it swallows you. So now
Again.
your body is next to Nuri.
Up just in time to go down again.
To go down again as you're crushed by the teeth. You have very similar to Nuri's like experience where you like wake up again and you're like being crunched by all these teeth to the point that you fall unconscious again. And yeah. So yeah, so now you're in the belly with
Very
Nuri.
good.
We're gonna put you there. In the belly. In the belly of the beast. Nom 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 nom. Yes. Okay. Now.
Wait, she needs to make a con saving throw
Yes, make a Constitution saving throw.
for scarring.
Yes, I keep forgetting
Wait,
about
me?
that rule. Yes, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh gosh. That's an 11.
Yeah, you don't get a scar. You're fine. You're like, I can't have scarring on this beautiful. No.
I can't.
You're like, I'm the bard. Oh gosh. Okay. So now it is Douse's turn. Wait. No, you weren't supposed to roll a death save. Wait. What just happened? Oh, the con save. That's what it was. Okay. So Nuri, death saving throw.
I got you. I got you.
You've got this. The blank face. So I'm writing down the numbers. Okay.
The number has been said.
Fantastic. Cool.
Okay. It is now the zombie's turn. They are trying to defend you, so they are jumping in front of you. Basically. Now it is Amaris. Make a death saving throw.
Fine. I guess.
Alrighty, that is a roll. All right, now it is Douse's turn. Douse, what are you doing?
Push the zombies in front of you. I'm pushing you back. I'm
Okay,
like,
Your Majesty, if I get in there, could you absorb all of its water?
I could do things better from inside.
Okay, I really don't like this idea. I'll turn to Dusty, like, Dusty, I have somewhat of a plan. I hope it works. Stay alive.
what?
And
What?
Douse will try to get a little bit away from Dusty so that he's not being pushed back.
Okay.
He will use his bonus action to pull out his stick because he does have a. He's never used it, but he has a staff or a bamboo. Not bamboo. It's just a regular pole. It was an option, but he never really cared to use it. And he's going to try to stay a little bit out of arm's reach, but try to irritate the stinking beast to eat him.
So, but this stick is still like 5 foot. You're in the 5 foot
Yeah,
radius, so you
it
will still
is,
take
but he
the
doesn't
10.
want to. He doesn't want to touch it directly.
Okay, you can do that to kind of tickle it, I guess. Unless you're trying to like stab it with the
Well,
stick.
yeah, I'm
Okay,
trying to
so
irritate it. If
make
there's
an
like
attack roll.
maybe scales I could get underneath.
Um, yeah, I would make an attack roll.
Oh, that missed. That's a 2
Yeah,
plus a
you're
5
like,
with 2.
I would say
7.
what you managed to like smack it, but like it does nothing. The stick breaks. It just like
No, there goes the stick.
there goes the stick. 10 points of fire damage as you just tried to attack it. The rest of the stick ignites into flames from the heat. We're just gonna say that and just burns on the
Okay.
ground.
He had very little hope for it anyway.
But for
Just
the
wanted to get its
stick.
attention.
Okay. All right. Dusty, your turn. You see this all happen.
okay. Let's see. Dusty, he watches Dane like run over towards the worm, trying to egg it on. What in Dusty's head, all he's trying to do is like throw himself into the worm to give Dusty an escape, which is not exactly the plan that Dusty had. It was not for him to be the one to escape here. He wasn't necessarily counting on that. So what is Dusty going to do? He's going to like, let's see, how does he want to do this? So he's going to reach into his bag. He's going to use the bag of tricks item to pull out a puffball and summon an animal. So I roll a d8, and depending on what it rolls on the table, it summons one of the animals from the
Okay.
spell's list. So I'm going to roll a d8. And that is... Okay. It is a 6, which summons a giant boar. And he's going to, like, create it. And...
Okay.
That's on
And
my
Sierra, I
turn.
sent you a message, by the way.
I can use a bonus action to command it. So basically what happens is Dusty is going to take one of the zombies and he's going to just like shove it into the worm, like press it up against the worm,
Wait,
and then
wait. So you're taking the boar
he's
and
taking the
shoving it
boar.
against the.
He's making the boar.
Okay.
Right? He's tossing out the object. He's going to make the boar on this side of the worm,
Okay.
as long as it's within 20 feet. He's gonna make the boar on that side of the worm, and then he's going to shove one of the zombies into the worm to try and get the worm to attack the zombie, and then he's going to also try to command the giant boar to attack the worm from the other side.
Okay.
And basically, he's with the zombie. He pushes it, and basically he says, "Just hit the thing." And he like pushes it into him.
Pushes the zombie into him.
Yeah, into the worm. He's trying to distract it with as many things as physically possible.
Oh, so you're smacking the zombie into the worm, you're smacking the bear into it.
Boar. It's a boar. Giant
So
boar.
boar. Sorry, I didn't have a boar picture, so
Okay.
it's a bear.
Yeah, I'll pull up its stat sheet because it has the same stats as it does in the bestiary. I rolled a
Good.
6 and got excited.
Alrighty. So now it is the bad guy's turn.
Yeah, let me see. I do have to make an attack roll with the giant boar because he summons the boar and then he uses his bonus action to command it to attack the giant worm. This
Okay.
thing, the only thing it's seen in its entire existence is it is summoned and then commanded to kill something.
Okay, roll
So
the
to
hit
be
for the
clear,
boar.
I also take acid damage, right? Because it's the start of its turn.
Well, not yet. The boar is gonna do that.
Okay.
So not quite. The boar is gonna attack and then it'll be the start of its turn. And you're gonna take acid damage then.
It's going to attack with its tusks. And that is, roll that 1d20 plus its attack bonus. That is 19 to hit from the board.
19 to hit. 19 does hit.
Okay,
Roll for damage.
then it takes 2d6 plus 3. So it takes 5, 6, 7, 8 points of damage as it rams
Okay.
its tusks into it.
How much health does the boar have? Because he gets down 10.
It has a total of 42, so it's not 32.
32. Okay. All right, I'm going to give you control over this token, Dusty. You now have control over that.
Cool.
Okay.
And Dusty's going to call out, "The plan is to leave." And he's like,
Alrighty.
"Don't throw yourself in there."
So there are
Go ahead, Mr.
and Douse is the only one that doesn't know of your identity, Dusty.
Yep.
So we're gonna roll a d3. So basically that's a d6 divided in half, whatever it is. I'm gonna say 1 is gonna be Douse, 2 is gonna be the zombie, and 3 is gonna be the bear. Okay?
All right.
It's gonna bite the zombie. Okay. It goes and tries to bite the zombie with a 14 to hit.
I'm sorry, did it roll a 2?
It rolled a 3.
It rolled a 3 to hit the I don't know if you saw my reaction. I don't know if you saw what I did just there. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" That's when we get the 14. Okay. No, it's fine. I'm all right.
Which one is it attacking?
This one.
Wait, has one of them been taking damage from the worm from being slammed into it?
This one that took 10 points of damage.
Oh, and that's the one that's also getting attacked.
Yeah. And now it's going to take
Definitely hits.
29 points of damage.
They have a
Also, be
special
clear,
thing.
the average is 40, and Roll20 has not rolled anything higher,
Yeah,
or
to be
has not
fair,
even reached, which is
at least
okay.
we got that. At least we got that, you know.
Okay, so this will drop the zombie to 0, but it has undead fortitude, so it gets to make a Constitution saving throw with a DC of 5 plus the damage taken. Which I doubt it will succeed, but we're gonna. So that one is definitely dead.
So does it like crumble
Frosty
to
is
dust, or is it
gone.
just a Frosty? Frosty is just dead, so.
It doesn't crumble to dust. It's a dead
Okay.
body. It's a zombie body that is now dead, so it's just a rotten corpse.
Okay. A rotten corpse, and it bites that, and there you go. That is its turn. You do take failed save from damage. Amaris, take 1 failed save from damage. And and keep those a secret. Alrighty, it is now Nuri. It is your turn. Roll. Okay. Ah, I see.
I sent you the roll.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was looking at something else. Okay. Alrighty, it is now the zombie's turn. I rolled randomly. Douse, you are now being attacked by a zombie.
Oh no!
Nuri.
I did roll randomly. As it comes like out of the thrall and comes shambling over to you, Sierra, could you please roll to hit? Because you have the zombie stat.
Hey, you get to control a zombie. That's so cool.
It was totally worth it, everyone. The
Nice.
trauma, everything. Just kidding.
So how's
Okay.
that hill? How's it look? I'm just curious. Asking for a friend.
Oh, we're asking for a friend. Oh, we'll get to that.
Okay, let's see.
But next session.
Gets DM power, guys. When you're rolling to hit someone, it's high. When you're doing it as a player, it's always low. Okay.
What is it to hit?
19 to hit. Which I'm pretty sure
Douse?
hits.
It hits.
It does.
Roll for damage.
4 points of bludgeoning damage. It's not that bad.
Oh no, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's
You're
a
like,
little
this is
zombie.
okay. This is zombie
And
just
you're
going
being
No,
attacked
you're
from
like-
Bingo, in case you care to
I'm just
know.
like,
Bingo. Oh,
I knew you were a bad idea.
of all the people that could attack, it attacked Dow. I literally was like, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I rolled the D4 and it was 1. And I was like, wow. The universe just hates Douse. I feel like it.
The sheep.
Sheep. His girlfriend.
There's a lot of things.
Oh my god. I feel bad for doing that. Okay. Alrighty. It is now Amaris' turn. Make a death saving throw and send it to me. Okay. That is a roll. It is now Douse's turn.
And I'm
Push the
flanked.
zombie into the worm.
You are
Push the
flanked.
zombie into the. They're not on the same side. Push him into the worm. Push him into the worm.
I'm torn as to what to do, guys.
Try.
Or are
Sorry,
they
I just
your
both
moved.
going for
hardest.
me?
No, I moved that zombie into where it looks like it's being in the mouth of the
Yeah, it's being
creature.
digested.
Oh,
And I'm bringing these girls deeper down.
if they go down far enough, they'll be popping out. And they
Oh,
won't be in. See? Just
maybe in a
one more.
couple days time.
No,
Yeah.
just one more square, and they're no longer in.
About in their bones, give or take.
All right, Douse, what are you doing?
How's it look physically? Like, does it look beaten, almost dead?
I mean, he doesn't look very happy, but like also at the same time, he doesn't look really hurt.
Yeah. So this is a unkillable object right in front of me.
Yep.
And after both yours and Dusty's turn, we are going to do the sandworm's turn and end the session there.
No. I
Mhm.
want to know what happens.
We're gonna
Don't
leave it on
do
a
this.
Well, that's
cliffhanger.
unfortunate.
That's really mean.
Hey, Douse, what are you doing?
I don't know.
Book it.
Make a decision, Douse.
Book it.
Okay. Your Majesty, can you for sure do something in there?
What?
Talking to the bracelet, can you
No.
for sure? Can you for sure do something inside that creature?
I'm trying to think of the rules they had on her. Um, I can defend those inside.
All right. Douse is gonna try to climb it.
Climb the worm?
Well,
You're gonna
no,
take.
he's
Gonna
he'll
climb?
punch it
Oh,
because he
he's
wants to stay
gonna.
awake long enough to keep it upset at him.
Okay. All right, you're gonna punch it.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll turn to Dusty. Dusty, I'm making a gamble that I hope will work. I think I can save them.
As a zombie's
What
trying.
do you mean gamble? Dusty's like calls out to you.
I have something that I keep hidden from you guys that's up my sleeve. Secret weapon.
He said it. He said it.
If you die, I'm gonna kill you.
Have fun with that. That is a nat one.
The hit.
You're so dead. Oh, that could not have gone better.
You try and punch it. And the zombie is like right on you, like breathing on you. And you go to swing and you just wildly miss, but okay, hold on. Let me read this real quick. That touches or hits it with a melee attack. Okay. So I'm going to say you don't actually end up hitting the monster, okay? You go so you don't take the 10 points of fire damage, okay? But
Okay.
you wildly swing and because the zombie's trying to claw at you, it's a whole debacle, a whole mess. I'm going to say you trip and slip on the sand and you fall down, prone.
Oh,
But you can have your movement to get up.
Your camera disappeared for a second too, right after you went, oh, and then you just disappeared out of existence, gone.
No more.
He's just gonna. He'll spend his turn standing up. He doesn't want to stand. He kind of just wants to lie there and just not face it. But he'll stand up, knowing the zombie's right there, and try to get out of reach of the zombie. So walking to the other side.
Okay, so it will get an opportunity attack. Sierra, roll an opportunity attack with the zombie.
Can we get a second nat one, please?
It is an 8.
Okay.
Yeah, that misses.
It misses. Okay, it tried to attack you, and you just deftly go around the worm. And yeah, there you're at. It is now Dusty's turn.
Let's actually make sure I can walk that distance real quick. Ooh,
Gosh, freaking
There we go.
dang it, this kid. This kid. Look at this kid. Thinks he can get devoured by a worm. Bro,
I can't even hit it.
dude. Dusty is pissed. Okay. So.
I'm
Oh,
sorry, I
man.
keep laughing, guys. It's
No,
just
I'm
so
having a
funny.
grand old time. I don't know if you've seen me. I've been laughing the whole time. This is horrible. Okay. So, Dusty is going to reach into his bag and pull out another thing and create a second animal to try and attack the thing. Let's
Okay.
just
I told
pull
you
out
I have a plan.
my trusty D8. He's going to throw it. It is a goat. A goat summons, which is pretty fantastic with its let's just check the stats on a goat real quick.
Okay, I only have a picture of a sheep.
That's all good. How many hit points does it have? 4. Okay, just wanted to double check. So the goat is not going to attack the giant worm thing. It is not.
Okay, I gave you control of the goat.
Okay, fantastic. So it's not going to attack the giant worm. Instead, no. It is going to walk right up next to the giant worm thing. Not touchy. Doesn't want to get burned. And Dusty. What does Dusty even do here, dude? What does he even do? I mean, what do you do? What do you do? Does he save the people he cares about? Does he run like the coward he is?
Or is he going to be diligent and just keep going?
Is he just going to keep fighting it at full HP? He has plot armor.
Does he, though?
No, but it seems like it.
The zombies, my friend. It was the zombies.
It was zombies.
We'll
But
say
also
it
the
was
fact that
zombies.
Dusty literally wasn't hitting the thing. It was going for the things that were hitting it.
So it has something in its mouth, right?
Yeah, it's got Frosty.
Gosh,
It's got a Wendy's
okay.
Frosty in there. No.
Is it chocolate?
Eh,
vanilla.
We're gonna say it's chocolate.
We're just gonna.
Because he's a jackal wear, so he's covered in like dark fur. So
Okay.
we're gonna say that.
Uh-huh. Hmm.
Also because
Yeah.
chocolate Frosties slap.
Oh,
They're so good.
This is true.
for some hit, doesn't
Of
get
course,
that
we want to
much.
make sure the worm has a yummy frosty, not a plain boring one because it
Yeah.
murdered everyone. But it has to have a delicious one.
True. I mean, it is also a rotting corpse, so
So the giant boar's gonna bash it again. That much I know.
Hey.
Let's do giant. That's +5 to hit. It's currently at 32 HP. It can. How fast is the boar? Ooh, interesting. Okay. So, the boar is going to use its special ability. Because the boar has a special ability. It is going to walk backwards 20 feet. Okay?
Okay.
It's going to walk backwards 20 feet. And after walking backwards 20 feet, it is going to deftly charge itself into the worm again. And make a attack, a boar move, if you will. As it charges at the thing and smashes its tusks into the side of the creature. And I'll roll the hit.
Okay, roll the hit.
This is +5. I'm too lazy to type it. 24. It hits.
Okay,
Very
boom.
nice. It takes 4d6 plus 3. Very nice. We'll roll the 46 plus 3 to whatever that is. 19 plus 3. 22 points of damage.
22, dang!
Charges right into the thing.
That is the most amount of damage that you guys have done to it, like, in one go.
Thank you, boar. Okay, we appreciate it.
It does take 10 points of damage, though. Fire damage.
Yes, so it is at, I'll change it. This is now at 22 points of 22 hit points. Very nice.
Yeah. This literally also, the creature also has a thing for if it takes 30 damage in like on a single turn.
That's
that it could regurgitate everyone.
Oh, that'd be
but
really
no
cool
one,
if that happened.
I know, but no one's gotten 30 points of damage on it once yet.
It doesn't have to be in one hit, it said in one turn.
Yeah, on a single turn.
So has the sheep gone yet?
No. How much damage is that? 23. It has to do
22.
30. So he's taken 22 points of damage. Let me see what the goat can even do. On a successful hit with maximum damage, it can do 5.
Oh
no. Actually, it also has this deftly charge ability in which it would deal an extra d4 with a maximum damage of 9.
It could do it.
Guys,
there's a chance.
There is a world, and we're living in it. I'm risking it all for the biscuit all.
I would absolutely love this.
Goat,
Please.
use your ram move, your most powerful attack. The goat backs up and definitely charges into the worm at Mach 12 maximum velocity. It breaks the sound barrier for like 2 seconds and rolls to hit with its +3. And it hits with a 21. It hits with a 21. And it takes 2d4 plus 1. 7 points of damage. 1 under. So sad. Dusty kicks it. He kicks the worm. He runs up and drop kicks the thing. He has no action. He is just throwing his metallic body into it, hoping that it does damage.
Yes,
I command the rule of cool. I instill the rule of cool.
If you're gonna use your movement, the
goat dies instantaneously. Dusty moves back 15 feet. Seeing the deftly charge ability in play, he moves back 15 feet and then charges at it and points both his legs at this giant worm. And he's going to kick it. He's going to kick it with his metallic body.
Roll it.
Let's go.
And add your strength modifier.
7. 7.
I'm gonna say you have advantage. You have advantage.
Go.
Go.
8. And he kicks it with full force.
You try to kick it, and you like grab your legs to like go run, and you just plop into the sand right next to him.
Oh. Nice, and he takes 10 fire damage. He's
Douse is
going to
feeling a little bit
use.
better
No,
about
you
his
didn't
face
hit
plan
it.
earlier.
That's the thing.
Oh,
You
he
didn't
didn't
hit
hit it?
it.
Oh,
He
okay,
dodged
that's
it
fine.
though.
No, you were running, and you said that you were like lifting your legs to like try and
Yeah,
like
he's like
get
trying
it.
to jump it,
And
like
he just,
And you
double
like,
like
fell on the
kick.
ground
jump it, but you
Kick.
just boom.
Blah. Okay. All right.
Oh,
Fantastic. Beautiful.
I
So
really wanted
close.
that to work.
1 point of damage. All right.
Triple advantage. No.
The goat does
Does
dissipate when
anybody
it does.
does anybody have inspiration they want to spend to let
I
him
already
roll
used mine.
again?
DM inspiration.
More of
Anyone got
a
it?
question.
Yes.
This is like way earlier, but with the whole speech that I had with Nuri, would I get inspiration for that?
That was pretty cool.
And then you're gonna spend it on this?
Yes. Pretty cool.
Hey, I mean, it was a cool speech. She was like really upset. She roleplayed that really well, didn't she? She like roleplayed it really well. It was like
Sure.
super reckless and
Sure.
stuff, right?
Sure.
It was inspiring.
Sure. You guys are goading me. Sure.
Let's go.
Dusty, re-roll
Power of
again.
peer pressure.
8. We did it. We increased its value by 0. Hey, I love you guys. I love all you guys. I wish y'all
Hey.
best at the mountain. I hope y'all have a fun time on that hill, you know? Just have a good time.
Okay. With that,
Tell me what it's like up there.
the the sandworm is going to spit out the decimated
It's spitting it out? Why? He didn't
yeah,
hit it.
because it's going down to the freaking boar.
We scared it into
boar?
submission, guys. That
Because
triple
the
advantage.
boar, all of that damage like hit him hard. It literally got him to 29 points.
So
of
you're
damage
giving
in
us a
one
DM
turn.
gimme, is that what you're saying?
Wait, what?
Really cool. Never mind. You said it had to be 30, but it was 29, so
Yeah, and so I'm not saying that he's spitting you out. I'm saying that he's going for the boar because it was
for
hitting
the
him.
boar. I thought you were saying he was like spitting things up. I was like, what?
No.
Now I get it. The
Oh, he
boar.
totally hits that boar.
He's gonna be full
I'm
for
not even
days,
calculating
guys.
that.
He's gonna be full for days.
That's 40 points of damage on the boar.
That does poof it. When they are
Oh, so
when
it
these things are
poofs.
destroyed, they poof. They poof. They disappear.
He doesn't even get the
Okay.
food.
It just
Does not
it
get the chow.
disappears, and he is not happy about that.
Oh, apologies. The boar uses its feature, Relentless. It recharges after a short or long rest. When it is reduced to 0 hit points or lower, it is reduced to 1 hit point instead.
I just deleted it, Dusty.
It's
Too
okay
late.
though, it's in
Use
his
the
mouth.
goat. Use the goat. It is in its mouth. 1 HP.
Okay, we're gonna say it's at 1 HP.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, that boar is a better tank than we are.
It's true.
And with this moment of despair, of your also Amaris, take 1 failed death save as well as you, Nuri. Though I think we're all getting to that point. You can probably I would say at this point, let us reveal the results of these, or do we want to save it for next session?
I kind of want to know.
I mean, I think it's obvious that Nuri is dead.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
it is
zombies
obvious.
kinda-
That came up a
No.
while ago.
She dead. She dead.
Yeah. She
Nuri
did.
is dead.
Amaris, would you like to reveal where you're at?
Sure.
Okay. She be dead.
Dead.
You're dead.
Well, she is taking consistent death saving throw every time, so that makes sense that she would die from that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sisters to the end.
Hey, listen.
So
Listen.
so with this, with 2 of your companions dead in its stomach, a boar with 1 hit point left in its mouth, a poofed goat that is just gone now. 1 zombie that's still trying to figure out who it's attacking.
Bingo.
Hey, we got a
And-
fully functional player coming in next week named Merilla, who's going to save our butts.
She's a
Listen.
powerful sorceress.
She's going to cast lightning bolt twice and it'll die. I know she will. I know she will.
And then she'll use it as a defibrillator to bring them back.
Yeah, sure.
100%. I think I see the future being told. But on that note, we will end tonight's session and
You'll have
pick
to
up
tune
again
in
next week.
week to find out exactly what happens to our intrepid
Exactly.
adventurers with their giant worm problem. The
Are they digested?
infestation continues.
Yes. Well, thank you all so much for joining us for the session tonight. I hope you guys had as much fun as we did. And we will see you next week for the conclusion of this happenstance.
Potential TPK.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen.
You can't have a TPK without all of us
You
here.
can't spell TPK without. I don't know where I was going with that. You can just finish. It's fine.
Without Merilla. Alrighty, with that, we love you guys. You're amazing. Have a good night. Adios.
Right.